win Rashomon.
So, last time on
Maybe.
Lostrana. After discovering the true location of Adel Kronstein, you decide to attack the facility in hopes to finding the exact demiplane that he would be trapped upon. After exploring around the facilities, you had found the Generation Guardian. After a continuous battle, even though it finally took a turn for a pause when you realized what was going on in the arena of battle, where it was perpetuating more and more fights to feed the runes. You saw that the Generation Guardian was starting to repair itself, and promptly took the pieces that were pulling itself together after it was ripped apart. After taking some extra time to explore around and having a interesting little bot friend accompany you, as well as the other Warforged that had fallen in battle, be set upon being repaired by the strange technology that seems to insist on repairing itself. You went immediately into the demiplane of battle and was greeted by all of its denizens and elements and corpses, as you realized that there was just rivers of blood everywhere from constant death and bloodshed, and where even the corpses themselves did not stay dead. They insisted upon fighting. Even later down, when going to find Adel, you found that the sands and the rocks themselves shifted and fought anything that came near. After being able to retrieve him quickly, the energies not being able to tempt you into going on further, even though firing a fireball into a large herd of goatmen that a good portion of them promptly died, but with their pea-sized brain immediately ran away in fear. Grabbed him with a reverse gravity and a portable hole. And then promptly teleported back to the Elbreth via Carlisle. After returning, Merilith was very much astonished at the very fact of being able to return safely, even though unfortunately one of your comrades had fallen, though at least with Yorickson's father in hand. After releasing him from the petrification, obviously still frozen in a moment of battle, was about to swing. Ironstride amazingly still catching him, even though it was moving extraordinarily fast. And to which we now come back to the current circumstance at hand. At this point, you can see Adel looking around, very confused. Surprised to see his son, especially upgraded and fully responsive. His wife as well there. A large group of people, very much unknown to him, as well as other Warforged littering around the ship. One that seems to have stopped its studies and taken interest in him as well. As he kind of looks around and takes in the moment to see everyone. Just slowly turns back to you, Ironstride. I see you are exactly like your father.
I didn't think we'd get this far. We got you back. My mother is here too. Like gesture over to mother.
With that, you can see Adel sees both of you. He actually releases the enlargement spell. And he actually goes to embrace both of you.
Big hug! Big hug! I'll lift
you can see both very surprised as the Adel, especially seeing that you being very emotional compared to the last time when he saw you. I never thought I would see you respond in such a fashion, Yorkson.
It took many, many years. These people woke me up, and they essentially saved me from being nothing. I found more of myself, but I am not complete. I can't go back. Ones I did remember, I remembered both of you. And I knew I needed to find you.
I'm glad you did. At this point, you can see him holding Mirrorless' hand tight. And even pulling you in close.
Right, big hug again. Einstride kind of like excitedly takes a step around and he like grabs Miski and pulls her over and he like pulls Telrath in front. It's like, these are my friends.
It's like we're your pets.
As he looks to both of you. It's a pleasure to meet you. I am Adel Kronstein. It's good to see that my son has real friends.
Yep, pleasure to meet you too. When he's happy, he crushes my ribs.
I apologize. I like release the grip on you.
Fragile, hollow bones.
They kind of pat Telra. I'm Miski. I've known Einstein a while. Or your son. I've known him a while.
The name I awoke to was Ironstride.
Yes, that one stuck for a time. I guess it carried on for a lot longer than I thought it would.
You know how I got this name?
I was back on the war fronts. Unfortunately, when you weren't exactly you. When we had to treat many of the other soldiers.
Was it something the soldiers called me?
Yes. There wasn't many golems. Many of the other ones were animated castles or pieces that were put together quickly, stoneworks. You being made mostly of iron and steel, that's pretty much how they picked up on your name when you used to stride out into the battlefield and collect all your injured compatriots and heal those who needed it.
I don't think I have changed too much from that. I still feel the need to... My companions. My friends.
You always had to go down.
I have this as well. His journal that he left for me.
You can see very clear emotion of shock in his expression. As he kind of looks over and just this low palm over to see that the journal hasn't dilapidated much at all, just old yellow pages.
I found it back where I was woken up.
You mean to tell me that when you first woke up, it wasn't to the journal or anything?
No. I remember coming to my senses sometime. For a while we served Virik, Captain Virik. I do not really remember too much of what happened, but I know I did terrible things.
Varric's still around? Is he still on the ship with you?
No, not here. Tilrath is our captain now.
Hi.
I see him.
Varric's ship was destroyed. He kept me as an enforcer of sorts.
At least he kept that promise. It's unfortunate that an old comrade should die in such a fashion.
Varric is not dead. Varric has sided with the giants.
Then the plan has just gone into motion, finally.
What plan?
Did he not tell you of any of the plans that we originally set forth to commit upon?
Not once from my memory has he ever told me anything, besides to kill people.
I see. Well, I guess I have a lot of explaining to do then.
Some explanations would be nice.
During the war front, cutting it a little bit shorter, obviously, take a lot more time to explain the battle on the multiple fronts, the elemental wars as they were deemed those years ago before the planes were cracked, started bleeding over the realm. The giants were having us on the back foot until we started making Warforged. We initially heard that the Titans and the Father Amon, god of all the giants, was quite proud until they were starting to lose. They heard that the supposed god of them had abandoned them. In their desperation, they committed their energies to one final spell to almost force a planar shift of our realm into the planet that Amon had resided on. Almost a successful one, if it were not to be shattered by the Titan Slayer originally. But unfortunately, we missed our original opportunity to kill this supposed god. We technically won the war, but many were displeased at the immense loss at the hands of the giants. Many of the other humans and elves that spread around the kingdoms, they still wanted revenge. So after a few hundred years making plans with our old compatriot Varric, he was a very young man at the time. He even helped us get supplies. He was our original runner for most of the army. His ship was the fastest one run. I knew he was the most trustworthy. We made a pact originally much larger group that dwindled over the years. Much as we were forgotten, the better that the plan would be moved forward more easily. Clearly, since he has garnered the attention of the giants, would be closer to the final parts of the plan. I would imagine he's seeking out the old facilities that sank or got buried by something else, maybe even some that might have slipped through planar rifts or other locations.
At one stage, me as a key. Do you know what that means?
Without me, or Meredith. And you can see even Meredith is completely confused. He was not informed of this plan at all. But, uh-oh. Did we lose someone? Who-
Right.
That was Luke.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-oh. Alright.
Looks like his internet cut out or something.
Okay. He passes out on the couch immediately. Eyes wide open, taking in all this information. But, where is it? Alright. But initially, the final part of this plan is convince the giants to unite so that the kingdoms would grow desperate and rebuild the Titan Slayer. Obviously, once we would do that in simplicity, the giants would once again most likely commit the act of foolery to try and call the Father Ramon. And then we would take our opportunity to kill the god of giants. They would no longer hold any sway, no more power. We would shatter every single kingdom that they would ever hope to rebuild entirely and make sure that their crimes would never be committed ever again. Where you come in this part, obviously since I was not available, imprisoned very far below, I have no idea how long I was asleep in there.
600 years.
I wasn't asleep in there for 600 years, but I've been around a lot longer apparently.
I think they said about 380 something years since you were turned to stone. Carlisle, by the way.
A pleasure. But without me as well, Yorkson, you would be the only one left with permission to access the Titan Slayer. You would be the last piece to give permission to someone to control it. Us being the last surviving warriors that can, well, plan and make our own cohesive tactics and even seek out those who are still active or were.
I was unsure if any of the Titans even around. I thought they would.
They are in hiding. That's why we needed them, well, the giants themselves to unite. The Titans would be bold with an army at the front. they would no longer hide. We would be able to strike down every single one that committed crimes against, all of existence.
I think on all this. A lot has happened, and I understand that what they did all those centuries ago was a crime that no punishment can ever truly so sentence to, but I'm not sure if I can justify genocide for genocide. I know I haven't done good things all the time, but I can at least try to do some things that are good. I'm not sure.
And nonetheless, it seems that Varric has moved along with these plans quite exceedingly well, even if it has taken some time. I myself, personally, I would prefer to move forward with it.
We stayed in the one place too long, and he tried to capture us.
That's no surprise. I would imagine then if he is trying to capture you, then he has gotten the key components, at least the torso, the head, and the heart.
It is possible.
Would mean that the only things left to collect then, if you wish to stop him, or even figure out where to go from here. Maybe even try to talk some sense to him if you can at all. Be the facilities that maintain the last 4 pieces of the Titan Slayer. Arms and legs. I personally had tried to work with the Sultanate at one point. I do apologize, Meredith. I know you told me not to do it. It may not be the most dignified thing, but when they shattered the plains, thousands, hundreds, millions died. No one could keep track. Just had to make mass graves and forget a lot of the ruins that were left behind, and even others who entire townships sucked into other planes that never came back. Fellow soldiers crushed by them, tortured, eaten, seen as cattle. Though it does leave me curious, if there is such hope of peace, do they still follow the ordning? Uncivilized as following whoever is taller and stronger?
From what we have seen, they do follow some hierarchy of strength. But they have displayed the ability to coexist.
Coexist or live together out of fear.
It is a hard question to answer. As you know, we are biased naturally. I hate them. And I'm not sure if I... But I don't want to stoop to the same level that they stooped to all those centuries ago. It will make me no better.
You're not wrong. Although sometimes monsters need monsters.
Yes.
If I may interject, if you actually want to stop Vieric, I don't know where you're going to store an arm meant for something to kill a god.
It would be at the, well, Warforged facility. There's many of
No, I
those.
mean, I don't know how we'd steal it.
I would imagine you probably know a wizard or something by now.
There's one about 25 feet behind you.
Do we actually need this Titan Killer thing to actually stop Vieric? Can't
Yeah.
we just stop him without it?
You could stop Varric directly. If that's what you wish. Though the other problem would be the fact that now that the giants are reuniting, the kingdoms are going to seek out its creation and reforge it.
That is true. He's already lit the spark, it seems. Even if we stopped him, we'd probably have to finish out his plan regardless.
It would seem that way.
Then my part is done with the plan. I'm sorry, Meredith. Sorry, Yorkson.
I'm sure we can finish this. And at least it will be over.
Indeed. Hopefully we can find where Yorkson, you Yorkson were meant to be taken from the house.
I believe Junius knows the location of several underwater facilities.
At that point, Junius has been listening adamantly at this point. You can see him putting on a different data mask as he looks over. I can point out the geographical locations, though it would entirely depend on the rest of you of getting there safely and, well, not being destroyed by any possible leftover defenses, which is doubtably active, especially if it is submerged into water or even shifted somewhere else.
Any help at all is appreciated, Junius.
I will start drawing up a updated map best as I can.
Thank you.
I look forward to the genocide as he switches masks.
In any event, we should probably leave. After Ironstride's mother went missing, they searched our ship. If they find out you got out, I think they're going to do more than search our ship. I think they're probably going to start killing people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think they would sooner blow it up and burn everything and make sure that everyone is pulverized before they let me get much further.
I will not let any harm come to anyone on this ship.
Anyways, I gotta go do a head count. Doctor Week.
How is Nash doing, by the way?
He is actually climbing out the hole right now.
Oh, he's
I come up out the hole.
I'll go up to him and see if he's still Nashu or something.
At this point, you can see very clear confusion, but also a very clear welding that meshed him back together. Especially for the faceplate in itself. As he looks to you, you actually get a much more odd response of, I'm back together. When did I deactivate?
You were murdered with the other giant machine, but we managed to fix you. How are you feeling?
Angered that I lost. But happy that you are still active.
I am happy that you are well as also. And do not hold any anger, friend. You fought valiantly. And you did. I couldn't be more proud.
And it does hit you, though, a little bit, that Monolith is still struggling with the independent thought aspect, is growing fast. Nashu, for whatever reason, with the gears and mechanisms that had repaired him, seems to have actually excelled far beyond what he was originally.
If you need anything, Nash, just let me know.
I will. I have thoughts to sort.
That is most excellent.
At this point, you can see him go to start heading upstairs. Just kind of taking in the view for a moment before going to talk to Merger.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
I cast detect good and evil. Is Memdosh a fiend?
100% yes.
Fuck. Well, there goes my idea.
He is an aberration of sorts, but still fiendish blood.
And I assume Philippe is undead.
100% yes.
Okay, I was gonna hallow our ship to protect us against giants, but fiends and undead are not allowed to enter hallowed areas, so that ain't happening.
When you have
That's what this big ass square is for. Just trying to work out how to make that the whole time.
The unfortunate part of when you have a diverse ship beyond normal expectation.
Oh yeah, I put a hand on Father's shoulder. I'm like, Father, I managed to decipher and figure out half of the code in your book.
You did.
I understand half of it. but I believe you have knowledge of the other half.
Oh, that I do. I assume then Virik is like us now, since you figured.
No, not as far as I know. Last I saw him, he was human, elf. I'm not sure.
Virik likes to chug potions.
You see a very quizzical head turn towards you, Misky.
I forget what they're called, but they make him younger. Crap. Crazy old pirate on an island told us about it.
Are you referencing?
Can't remember his name.
Masiba.
No, the one that Brad became. Dude, I don't
Masiba.
have any of my notes. Yeah, thank you. I thought you said
That's
Seymour. I'm like, who's Seymour? No.
Masiba.
Masiba.
Yes.
Masiba.
Masiba Quickie Mart.
See, that makes sense.
Come get your rum coconuts. The ice melted a
Well,
long
I'll take
time
some
ago.
rum and coconuts.
That's pretty.
But as he is looking at potions of longevity.
That's probably what he said. I was more interested in the boat he kept in his pocket.
Has she been hit in the head?
No.
No,
She's just excitable.
I am excitable, but I'm not lying. It was like a tiny key, but the boat came out of it, like a key of holding a big boat, and like you can see her just describe, like talking with her hands and
Oh.
boat and.
That is right. I was there for that.
Yeah, you were. Like,
And
not that
this
she's gone
little
insane.
boy managed to bring his ship out of the ocean. It was quite impressive, a feat of magic.
I see.
It was his ship. The insert ship name here. I'm going
Black
really rough about
Pearl.
any of my
The decadence.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
The decadence.
Yes, the decadence.
Sure, 5. Get the fuck out of here. Troll lover.
I'm trying to remember that ship name that was in the middle of the rock field with the necromantic lady on it that had all the souls bound to her.
Oh, the old Geiger and Warfront one.
Yes. I mentioned that to Father and asked if he remembers it. If he knows of it. And the lady was run by who I don't really figure in half. Actual fucking is.
She was a very religious one. I remember her.
Right.
But unfortunately, a lot of people went missing at the time of the retreat with her.
The reason I bring up my half of the code, I thought there is someone that we could help. If that was okay.
So long as their soul is accessible and you think them are capable of handling such a body.
I'm going to bring Father over to meet Philippe. I have felt so sorry for Philippe for the longest time. Philippe, would you like to introduce yourself to my father, Adel? The brain in the jar. This was a unfortunate result of that lady.
Hello! It is a pleasure to meet you! Would you like to play some dice?
this is about the only thing he can do until people move him.
Well, I can wiggle my hand at you and poke you.
He's quite amusing as well.
You must be careful, I have more abilities than just the mage hand. But I did save the Captain Bird by throwing him the rum.
That you did. An admirable effort it was.
I see. Well, obviously his soul is still bound to the brain. It would be an interesting task to see if the magic would transfer. It still would field in the area of necromancy.
I suppose it wouldn't be too far from what's affecting him currently.
It would just be a matter of transferring him to a proper soul cage. If anything, I can give up the brain.
I do feel terribly sorry for him. It is not right what happened to him. I do not think anyone should be left to be tortured in a brain and a jar for so long.
You do realize how boring it is to sit on a flagship and literally just listening to the wails for 300 years of poor bastards who can't go anywhere?
And that woman, I imagine she was insufferable.
She was the worst when I was alive, but much easier to deal with when I was dead. I watched the upper deck, and that's pretty much it. After that, she kept going downstairs reading her Bible like some fucking fan fiction, constantly wailing below. Weird shit.
Well, I would like to help him. I would like the final verdict to be up to you, Father.
Considering I knew the commander originally, but I would definitely have to err on his side in saying yes in this matter. She was quite obsessive with her god, and unfortunately,
I remember fighting her on her ship, and I remember some of the faces that I had to destroy.
yes,
It was not a good sight.
I would imagine that she had amassed quite the collection over so much time.
She had. But she was swiftly dealt with at least, and hopefully those souls can rest at ease now.
That is good to hear.
If you need anything to be created, our wizard is extremely adept at creation. Millirin, she normally inhabits the front of the ship. Do not be concerned about the fairy dragon.
Dragon?
Fuck!
Yes, Raxiel is our friend.
The fuck?
What happened?
Oh, fake dragon!
Just ruining all your.
Guess I'll just delete this.
Just delete the character.
Oh, fucking god!
This entire crew is against everything you believe in.
No, I just wanted to cast one, like, protection spell for us, but it's like, well, we have half these fucking guys in our crew. I was gonna set it so that if a giant ever touched our ship, it would become fear. Which could be pretty useful.
It teleports on deck and just runs off the side.
Pretty much.
Forbiddance.
What?
You want forbiddance.
You hear through your earpiece.
I don't have any piece.
Oh.
You hear through Iron Stride's earpiece on speaker blast.
You can never hear it otherwise.
I'll need to readjust my audio settings 1 second. Thank you, Millie, for blowing out my ears. But yes, I mentioned the Raxiel, the fairy dragon, and how that is our friend. And do not be concerned. See Warforged down here at the fucking poker table.
You can tell he's been listening and looking at this weird ass situation of A3 and A4 playing cards with Memdosh and Philippe the whole time.
I managed to awaken most of them, give them a sense of self.
You fully help them fully awaken themselves.
For the most part. I nudged them in the right direction, and they did the rest themselves. A3, A4, do you remember Adel?
It has been a long time.
I'll step out of the way so they can greet him.
At this point, you could actually see Adel actually steps forward happily. I haven't seen you two units in forever. I'm amazed that you didn't take up names sooner. How long have you been a part of this crew? And obviously you can hear them interjecting between last fights and all that, and the various questions of researched how you found them, and they started getting their own choices without the control rods. And you can actually see that your father is actually ecstatic.
He's so proud of me.
Access. But as the rest of this continues on, you can see that Merilith is fairly relaxed and seems to be pretty obviously joyous just by posture that you could tell, even though it's hard to tell with the face plates and all, that she's extremely happy to see her family actually together after hundreds of years.
Oh, hang on, I got some other stuff. Let's see, where is it? Also found Alphon.
You've actually found Alpha.
Yes, he was in the city.
And he hasn't left yet.
Not yet. I asked if he would like to come with us, but needed to continue doing research there.
I would imagine he still needs to finish out quite a large amount of research then. I remember.
Most likely, yes.
I remember originally when he was working in the facility with us. He was getting to be quite the grumpy one. After he had managed to make his escape and excursion, the last I heard of him was, 2 dead mages and a wizard before his prompt escape into, nothingness.
I have seen him fight. He's quite impressive. I also found our extended family in Langresh.
Is the house still standing then?
It still stands, and we still have family there.
That's fantastic. That is also fantastic. I don't even know where to begin after these years. There's so much I need to, even just to be informed about.
It means that once we can go back to our family. We don't
finally reunited. We can actually live our lives now, especially since you are actually awake. You are actually yourself, Yoxen. You're not staring blankly off, just following orders. You are actually your own person, finally.
It is good to be alive.
It may not be glorious, but you have to tell me all those years you've been traveling. But to hear every detail.
Well, of course. I also made a kind of promise to myself that I would all of these, and I gesture towards the other Warforged. For the longest time in my, and in its very essence, we are them as well. It's only right that we make a safe place for them. The rest of the world does not treat us right.
Unfortunately, that is very true. I would definitely agree with that, and I suppose we would have to start scouting out a location when we can. Or we can start building up a city just for them. Or we can all escape to.
Or we can live in peace. My friends, they will always be welcome.
Always.
Anyway, is there anything else you wish to know?
Well, you could definitely start telling me where you found a good portion of the rest of these units. And obviously he'll continue listening as you detail where you found pretty much
Tell
everyone.
my adventures, yes. And how I collected the Warforged from the Gold Roads and we found others. And Memdosh and Philippe and everything. Just big Papa Sun time. And I imagine Mother follows along as well. We're just all, it's happy day, it's happy family time. Before you beat me with the trauma stick.
As you knock, Millie, Junus Lucius will open up the door, obviously with the map clearly almost finished. It looks to you and the Captain Burb. Yes.
Oh, good. Are you already making that map?
Far ahead. Almost finished.
Okay, good. Oh yeah, I'll
That's
leave you
good
to
to
that
hear.
then. I'll be back in a minute.
Was there something you wish to ask me and study?
I was curious as to how interested in learning. How interested in learning are you?
Looks at all the books on the wall. Immensely.
Well, see, we have in our possession a gigantic iron tome stolen from Fire Giant Forge Masters. I would like to read it, but I don't understand any giant.
I see.
So I was thinking perhaps if you could translate it when you have some time, you can have the book.
It would be an interesting read. I have not seen a Fire Giant's tome in some time. Well, I'll hand it on over then.
Crushes him.
Yes, it's a bit large. We would storing it. Telrath,
Yeah.
you still got that fire giant tome?
That's burning a hole in my metaphorical, limitless, extra-dimensional space.
Good. We're giving it to Junius.
We are.
Yes, he's going to make a common copy of it for us.
I don't really care about it, so. Ironstride, can I borrow you for a second?
We shall return to you shortly.
Brought to you by these messages.
I have a
Brought to you by Warforged Enterprise.
Welcome to Raid Shadow Legends.
The Galgon Globetrotter, sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Yes, Telrath. Can I help you?
Can you lift the book out of the bag? I can't get it out.
It is excessively heavy. I will also need Nisky to assist.
1 second. I think I detected her going upstairs to go jump on Stratosphere. I climb out of the ship and I'm hanging onto the window, knocking on it.
With your beak. Why can't I get through this hole in the wall?
There's nothing here.
Door stuck. Door stuck.
I swear this is how we met.
I made one joke.
Sup?
One joke.
We need help moving the tome.
Yeah, I'm up.
Back in the window.
I just got back from getting an actual desk chair.
Damn.
Because that shit I was sitting on was uncomfortable.
Yeah, dude, real desk chairs are the best.
Dude, it's so good. I will need Ironstride's help to lift this. I can't do it by myself.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm getting you to assist.
Yeah! Okay, let's go lift the heavy book!
Remember to take a deep breath before heading in.
Okay, and don't lift with your back because it tends to hurt later.
You'll end up like that Jess guy I remember.
Yeah, that one guy who tried to lift a motorcycle.
Didn't lift with his fucking knees.
Nah, he basically just snapped his back. It's fine.
Whoops.
Whoops. Damn, what a shame.
We lift!
Yeah, we lift.
So, as you lift, you can also see the other automaton with the eyeball looking as he's documenting the case.
Oh, he's still in there?
You took him home with you.
Yeah, I know. I thought I let you out. You can come out now.
Perfect. You fucking come on. Striding on out. I'll have to copy him over. It's been a hot minute.
I feel like he's gonna see Adel and freak out. I'm gonna have to shoot him, but you know, no harm done. Actually, you know what? What am I saying? I'm sure Adel can just kill him. He doesn't need me to commit murder.
Stalker!
I'm waiting for the thing to walk out of the hole and be like, what a lovely place, and then it goes.
What a lovely place. What a lovely place.
Obviously, takes everything into sight. R47 sees Junius Lucius desk carrying, and actually immediately goes over.
Yes. Yes. The bond is forming.
Kill him. Kill him.
But with that, as he looks at all the books, obviously you're the one cataloging, categorizing everything that's going to be coming in through. The ironbound tome that I saw being carried by the blue tiefling of fiendish blood and the large automaton, and just like continues rattling on different questions and observations. And you can see this doesn't bother Lucius at all. Like, this is even part of Lucius's thought process of being one of the original creations of catalogers and lore keepers. Alright, so as you go and plop the book down for him, He casts Enlarge Reduce on it, and it shrinks down.
He enlarges it and destroys the ship.
But he sets it down into a much more amiable reading position and also easier to copy, where it's not taking up a huge amount of space anymore.
Excellent, excellent.
Thank you. This will take some time for me to copy over. I will bring you the common copy so you can, well, study its knowledge.
Thank you for your assistance, Junius.
It would be interesting to see what the young one can make.
She is
My
quite
thanks,
talented.
Judy.
I do still see your true age, much to the progression of the crown.
Well, I mean,
He's got true sight.
I've used it to make myself my actual age anyway. Oh, did we not tell you? I drank this potion, it made me really young. This is what I actually look like. So, yes, while right now my true form is a child, before that I was like this.
Well, nonetheless, obviously your inquisitive nature has led you into something interesting far beyond again. Fucking Christ. I'm a 3,000-year-old machine bird.
As much as I'd love to turn Telrath into a machine bird god, it would be. I feel more obligated to help Philippe because he was in my time, and I feel somewhat responsible.
Boy just wants to get free.
I'm still very young. I don't really think it's a good time for me to turn into a robot.
Oh no, that's something later.
You are at your peak physical performance, bird. Let me enhance it for you.
I could theoretically be in the middle of creating my city while the robot would come by one day and be like, "Yo, help, brother."
Yeah, you come over to me on like my deathbed, and you're like, "You want to be a robot, buddy?"
Come with me if you want to live.
Shows up at their ripe age of 60.
So, anyways, Ironstride,
Yes.
do we want to go after the facilities, or are we gonna go kill Vieric?
Regardless, targeting the facilities will be the fastest way to get to Vieric. He will need what they have.
Yeah, that is true. Plus, also, if we can get a piece of it, we can control the terms a bit better. So, I think going for that's a good idea.
Besides,
Sorry.
yes, Whiskey?
Distracted. Won't the facilities be where you could charge your friend?
Yes, C12 will need to be recharged.
Yes.
Junius is one of these facilities we need to head to, a recharging facility.
The one that was unfortunately submerged, yes, is one of the recharging facilities. Another one
Simple.
had been swallowed by shifting sands as the earth plane of elements had fortunately slipped over and caused mountain crags to rise up from the ocean. A good portion of this section, I believe, might still be desert.
I would like to head to this one first. I owe a favor to C12.
The desert?
So we can breathe underwater.
Oh, okay, good. I fucking hate deserts for personal reasons. I hate sand.
Something
Person's rough.
dark side.
Yeah, well. Anyways, I'm gonna go set us out before they start sending out search parties for Adel.
An excellent idea.
Oh wait, Adel, are you wearing one of those amulets?
Oh, one of the old research amulets.
No, the thing that makes so people can't find you.
one of these, and I point to the one on my that I'm wearing.
Oh, I had one of those built into my body.
Oh, good.
That is very handy.
But they captured him.
It just means that they cannot magically see him.
They
Oh.
captured me,
Oh.
but darling, I unfortunately didn't work with them.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It's a good sandwich, I see.
I'm sorry.
Starting
like a
sandwich time.
A bit of metal drool starts coming out of his injury.
Just lube down each one.
Bit of oil.
God, I wish I could eat that still.
God, that looks good. All that meat and that cheese.
He's like saying that while staring right at me. Says, Dad, I'm still here.
God, I wish I could eat that. Why did I remove the mouth from my chassis?
Savage that ass. The doctor is in. It's time for your checkup.
At this rate, with the amount of crew we have, may even need to consider a larger ship again.
Yes, I would admit that I'm actually kind of surprised that you don't have a larger ship or a warship, for that matter.
Keeping it at this size was able to allow us to go most places without trouble. A warship, I imagine, would have drawn too much attention.
That's fair, but judging by the front of the ship with the large dragon that seems to be adamant about studying over some of the books, I could see that there's a large portion that was replaced by other various woods.
Yeah, the front part of it blew off.
Yes. We've had some strange battles.
Oh, that part was so great. Like the cannon, where I almost died. That was amazing.
Oh yes. We used elemental fuel to fire a cannon into another ship, destroying it instantly. However, the back piece of the cannon lodged into my chest and nearly killed Telrath.
So we made a stable cannon so it doesn't happen like that again. I won't buckle the floor.
Exactly.
Yeet.
I can't say you didn't draw inspiration from your harrowing experience.
I learned not to fire a cannon from my shoulder again. With elemental fuel.
Yeah, we definitely overdid it when we fueled that thing.
It was somewhat overpowered.
Yo.
On the topic of ships, I have a few things that I'd like to do that could help us out, but our ship is tiny and I have no space.
What exactly do you need to do?
Well, I can set up a spell that'll make it so no one can teleport to here. You know, we won't get jumped.
But what
Don't
about
we
if
need the teleport?
That's why I need the space, so I can make a space where we can teleport to.
Okay, I mean, just pick somewhere.
Gestures to everywhere being used up.
What do you mean everywhere being used up? This is a tiny ass ship. We have 2 rooms and a common crew quarters. What do you expect?
That's what I'm saying. We could use a bigger ship if we're gonna go up against fuckers that can do some damage.
You looking to
Well-
protect yourself or deal some
Deal
damage?
some damage. A large majority of the crew do not sleep, given that they are overboard. Which makes it easier for those who are flesh.
Well, on any occasion, we could try to steal a warship. I don't know if it'll go well.
I just want to say you're planning on fighting some huge pirate lord with a ship that only has one cannon.
We're still in the Sultanate, right?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, we haven't left yet. I'd have
We
to go
could
up on
steal a
deck to make the
warship.
ship move.
I like that plan.
Warship as a parting gift. One final fuck you.
Are there any worth stealing around, Josh?
Plenty.
We visited the shipyard.
Oh.
There's a lot getting outfitted for war.
Oh, handy.
Lots of other fellow pioneers getting ready for war.
Alright, so the plan is we kamikaze this ship into one ship, and then
No.
while they're distracted, we steal a different one.
We are not kamikaze in our ship.
It
Yeah.
might
Sell
be
this
best.
one.
That was out of character.
We can keep this ship, or it even could be a good idea to have several ships.
I feel like it's time to go window shopping.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I'm going to look at Dad, just you in the market for a bit of revenge before we leave.
I would be a fool to say no after losing about 300 years of my existence now.
I think a nice warship will make up for it.
I agree, right, Mira? She nodded. I couldn't agree more after the pain that they caused us.
Why is it the first thing I think of is that I can make a really nice room. Dude, I can have the full ship just filled with... This is the Warforged ship and the fleshy ship.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Honestly, as much as I really do like this ship, I would like, a room that isn't just a bed.
I like the tree, but that's
Well, yeah.
about it.
The tree is an excellent touch, although don't talk to it.
I'd look at it. I like start scanning it for a face. I don't think trees can talk, friend.
It can, and it is terrifying.
So as he scanned the tree
That's
for face,
good to know.
go ahead and roll perception.
Oh no, it's growing sentience.
This whole time the tree has had a face and he's watching us.
Especially if they looked at the tree.
Oh no.
Oh!
Yes, yes, yes.
So as you look at it, he mentions screaming. You look at it, you like study it really fucking hard, and then you kind of hear like a faint screaming. For a brief moment, you swear you hear, "They're eating us! They're eating us!"
Let's detect evil again.
It's just a normal tree.
He rolled so high he could hear plants speak.
Oh my gosh.
So, have we any ideas how we'll go about this?
Well, first of all, let's go see what they got on the ship, because we'll need to power it up and manage to escape from whatever patrols they have.
If you would allow me and a few of the others to deploy onto the ship, we could get it running very quickly. But, of course, we'll need you to find a ship that's worthy first. Murder should be able to make any of the engines work. I will be able to pilot, and the others know exactly how to fulfill any other role necessary.
Yeah, alright. Okay, let's go shopping. I'm gonna leave the portable hole here. If the police show up again, make sure all the warforged that were found in the facility and your parents get in there.
I have an idea. If you were to take a couple of us and fly low enough, we could jump out of the portable hole to ambush them on the ship. Or you could just drop me in with my jump pack.
Titanfall Iron Stride onto the deck.
Prepare for Titanfall. Oh god, oh fuck, oh god.
It's just like the enemies are just like the grunts in that game. They're just screaming as you slide over them.
I just want to see the reaction of Angel and Merlith when they see being a fucking god.
You are.
We made that. They excited, shaking each other. That's our baby boy.
He's fucking small.
It's just like Doom.
I'm Doom God.
Well, we don't even really have anything to steal yet. Also, we should steal it at night because the people are idiots.
That's true.
Should find something worth stealing first.
Yeah, come on. Come with us, or me and Misky just gonna go window shopping?
Bye.
Mother and father. So, I will wait for you to.
Looking for just bigger ship or big ass cannons too?
Bigger ship, but artillery would definitely be a plus.
The cannons we might be able to adjust to reflect what I made upstairs.
I mean, I like cannons, so you know.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Lauren, do you want
You would probably see Millern tinkering
He's like,
with.
No. Brad decides to go off and screw with his lady friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lauren,
They
do you want to come with us?
Huh? Where? What?
We're gonna go look for a ship to steal.
Look, find one and then I'll help.
Okay.
Kind of working on something at the moment.
Yeah.
I come over here and take my medical pack off and bonk with my other.
Alrighty. So, as you slap that on, you can even.
Like
So many attachments.
Oh my god. Oh boy, my computer is eating the big old chunk for a moment.
Gagron Warfront banner is like a sand.
Alrighty. So, as you get ready to head on out, you can see that Adel and Merilith are taking
Beautiful.
a moment to.
Josh sitting there like I didn't expect him to steal a fucking ship, damn it!
Ah!
Now I have to
Gotta
get
a
another
fucking build.
we have to build like 20 ships so we can browse.
Now he's gonna make the first one throw. Gonna get it whether you like it or not.
Take this one and fuck you!
And fuck you! It's just a dinghy.
It's just the tiny little rowboat, but blown up to massive proportion.
Bixby's big ass boat. Well, it's all silent. I get talk to KJ for.
Alright.
Lead her up.
Run, coward!
I'm gonna detach this, mute myself, and squeal.
Oh.
I think we're a bit.
Yeah. At this point, we can just go put like a hat and like a mustache on Adel and just bring him with us. Just like shitty disguise. Why no, sir? I have a mustache. Very well. But, our report does not mention anything about you having a mustache.
Colonel, I do not recognize you without your mustache.
Got to read Shadow Legends.
Meanwhile, as I'm trying to not die internally.
Damn, that's powerful. The last thing the villager sees approaching him.
last thing you see approaching you is a giant cheese wheel from downtown. So, hopefully everyone can hear me.
Yeah.
Alright. So, as you go to visit the Sultanate's shipyard, you can see that a great deal of proportions have been already continued on with the repairs and fix-ups for a lot of the ships. Many have been repainted, some have been given flags to fly so they know who's part of the company for the Sultanate. Obviously, there's the ship that you recognize that Ricky had stolen, the warship that was originally at the Silver Waters prison. You see that there are a few other ships that have been possibly purchased, maybe given to some of the other pioneers that you see before you. They look to be definite Sultanate make, outfitted much more nicely with a bunch of heavier cannons. You can see that for the ones that are of the Sultanate, each one has at least 4 cannons on each side, as well as 2 front guns. The back end is covered by ballistae, so it does not have risk of destruction upon the rudder or other pieces of the ship. As you do scan over, you can see that there are 2 others that look kind of like merchant ships that have been stolen and reshaped almost in the same fashion that yours is. And then the last one that you would see is a rather bulky sized one. Even though clearly it would probably move slower, definitely seems more defensible, as this very aggressive looking ship is set upon with 8 cannons on each side. The multitudes of sails, obviously, to try and compensate for the absolute girth of this behemoth before you. It looks so much to be the same size that of the orc ship that you had originally taken before. And then you see Captain James Hideous Bones' ship docked in the bay. Strangely enough, the tendrils of the ship wrapped very tightly around the dock, almost as if the ship itself is trying to hold on to the bay and feed upon it itself. As you kind of look at it, you can also see up close at this point, aside from the plethora of other compatriots that are trekking around the ship, a good portion of the steam mephits and other such creatures that patrol around, as well as some of the ash and smoke mephits that hang around in the, well, sails and drapes of the entirety of it to give more of a menacing cloud and smoke behind it.
You were alone?
No, I wasn't. I said I'd be right back.
But basically, in short, you see Captain James Hideous Bones' ship, the animated magical ship with the squid front body holding onto the bay. Yeah. The other ones that are clearly merchant ships that were stolen. One that's like the Big Bertha of them all, where it has 8 cannons each side, multiple sails, about equal size to the part of the orc ship that was originally attacking you and then stolen away. The Iridescent Rainbow, as it was last named by Raxiel. The Big Bertha cannons. But you do see that the ones with the 8-row cannons on each side, all of them looking fairly powerful. Not really much in comparison to the adamantine cannon that you have on the front of your ship, but definitely would do a hefty amount of damage.
We can always make more adamantine cannons.
It is true. You have the engineer with you.
Is Misky back yet? Misky
I
is
legit
dead.
just put my headset back on to see what was happening. We got pulled away. Sorry. He did thing.
What we're ship window shopping.
Are we looking inside the ship's windows?
Well, I mean, we have a big ass squid ship.
A squid ship?
Which belongs to Captain James Hideous Bones. Varric's wife.
Was that the chick you guys blew up the ship of?
No, we blew
No.
up Eric's ship. James
We-
Hideous Bones is like his rival and ex-lover.
Mm-hmm.
She also has a badass ninja companion.
Let's not steal that. That sounds like a bad encounter.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Is there-
anything, you should probably ask her to help us with Eric.
Yeah, well, I barely know Virex, so that's definitely not my department.
Yeah, I'd say let's not go there just yet. Were there any ships that weren't inhabited or used? Like-
There was the one labeled as Big Bertha that had a shit ton of cannons and it was huge.
Oh, Big Bertha. That's not. Big Bertha?
I mean,
It's
yeah, that's
still
why I said Big
Big
Bertha.
Bertha.
Comparable size to the orc ship that attacked it.
It's
Oh,
like the
comparable
orc
size
shit,
to
but
the
it's
orc
not
ship.
shit.
But not
Yeah,
shit.
but not shit.
We're window shopping. Yeah, no, that actually sounds awesome. Why aren't we going for that rather than trying to take something from someone?
Yeah, I know.
I understand that we're pirates, but
We're not stupid pirates.
exactly.
I mean, and then I can use my OP Fleet Nerf Ranger powers to see how much crew is on board.
Look, Big Bertha sounds awesome, and I will now know it as nothing else.
Yeah, it's either named Big Bertha or Iridescent Rainbow too.
Wait, two?
Iridescent
that was the-
Rainbow 2.
That was the name Raxiel gave the first orc ship.
Oh. That explains the electric dragon blue. That's perfect.
How many people are on board the Big Bertha ship right now?
The Big Bertha, counting on the power that you have to see, you would definitely count out a good 50.
I mean, that's not outside the scope of murder.
50 average goons. We got that.
That's
I mean-
the humanoided warforged that you can sense.
Oh yeah, I mean, the only thing I can't really detect is like animals and undead. So I mean, you know, if they
Well,
went to
undead
zombie-
wouldn't be useful in, prepping a ship for battle, would it?
I mean,
would
what if
they?
they're Lich crew members?
Wait, can Carlisle sense those guys? If he's out with us? I don't remember.
If
I
he's
am.
within
In about 30 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have my insane range.
Let me just go rub up upon their taint a little and be like, excuse me.
Just jump on
You
board,
could
pretend
get
you are in the
skeletons to
place.
do simple commands, but not run an entire ship on their own.
Well, I mean, off while we take off. The main thing is we just need to be able to keep them away from the controls for long enough.
I mean, yeah, as long as we like disattach it from the dock, get the anchor up if it has one, and then we start fighting.
Yeah. How is it secured to the ground? We need to start taking notes on our heist.
So currently the Big Bertha is anchored to the shipyard by the typical airship anchors, the ones that grab and lock onto landmass or docking sections. Obviously the main ramparts and loading cranes that you could see are giving a vast amount of supplies. Clearly it's been in the process of loading for probably most of the day now. A lot of the heavier ordnance and black powder. You can see that a large portion of it probably does have engines to a degree as you do study it for the elemental air. But obviously it's a little more primitive in that it could be easily upgraded, especially for the fact that you probably just have to replace the engine realistically along with a more powerful fuel source. And then also the fact that the mainsails themselves, like your crew would be just enough to maintain flight and control of Big Bertha easily. But if you were to dwindle in numbers, even down to probably 2/3 what you have now, you would have a good portion of trouble.
So what you're saying is that it's kind of an ambitious amount of work for us still to crew it, but we can do it.
Yes.
You remember what I said about 30 seconds ago?
Yeah, I know the skeletons.
Skeleton crew.
I love where we're going with that story was, and I love where we're going with that.
They can do very basic tasks. But I mean,
Yeah.
how long do you think it'd take to take this thing off? Because we could be fighting these guys for a few minutes and then backup could show up.
Yeah, how long would it take for it to start and then take off?
Even just to detach the anchors themselves, you would have to find the main mechanism. You could tell that the main mechanism is definitely not on the upper deck. It seems to be further down, just due to the fact of the sheer size. The mechanism would have to be much lower. So
Could we just cut it and then...
You could definitely cut it. You would have to separate the stone docking section from the rest, which, honestly, you look at it and you assume that probably a shaped stone could be done by 2-3 people if you're very quick about it, or one person casting shaped stone 3 times and just trying to trek it real fast around the length of the Bertha ship.
Okay.
Or explosives.
Don't we want to keep it?
Just destroying the latch that's keeping it attached to the dock.
I mean,
It's much faster.
A possibility, yes.
could we not just send somebody on board to undo that nonsense? Somebody who likes playing invisible.
Bradimir just kind of looks there, like, what?
You heard me.
I mean, with my stealth check and like greater invisibility, I could probably just glide through every room.
Yeah, absolutely. You have the
No
speed for it,
offense,
too.
but I don't think Bradimir is intelligent enough to activate all these things.
Well, I mean, Captain made a good point. If he's the invisible one, and he moves fast. Ha ha.
So you deactivate all the bullshit and then we jump on, take off. While fighting, I guess.
There's 50 people on board. I don't really think I'm able to hit the button and then escape. Would I assume it's like a winch, or would it just be like a magical button?
For you, it would be a lever. Like, you would have to do the full crank winch. Like, for the older models, recognizing this, especially the size, you know that this would still be fast, easily renovated, but the overall anchors themselves, almost kind of like an old crank anchor, where you probably have to turn it 2 or 3 times before it fully releases, just because of the size of the clamps themselves.
Alright, so the plan so far. Assuming an average crew size of about 50. I sneak on board, turned invisible by Bradimir, with probably Iron Stride, maybe a couple of the other Warforged in the bag. I get up to the lever that controls the locking mechanism. I let them out of the bag and they begin to crank it. I then signal the rest of you to jump down from the skiff above them onto the deck, or just drive the skiff over and jump off. You then have somebody take control of the wheel as soon as the thing retracts, and then
Big plans.
take off.
It's a good plan.
And allow 50 average people.
Oh,
And then-
absolutely.
We keep all their average people's bodies on board and get a skeleton crew.
How many skeletons can you make?
Can't remember off the top of my head. But
Wait, how does that work? Do you have to, like, shed their skin and meat from their bones to make them skeletons?
Well, technically, if they have flesh, they'd be zombies, but if they don't have bones, they'd be skeletons. I mean, don't have.
If they don't have
flesh.
bones,
You know what
they're
I
just
meant.
lumps of meat. Yeah, no, I get you.
You. That's more disturbing than either of the other two. Just like a lump of flesh rolling along the ground slowly. It's like a
No,
mushed
not
up.
even rolling. It's just
It's just like pulling itself like a slug.
it can't pull itself.
It just grabs onto you and starts enveloping you whole and eating you. Like a skin
course.
suit.
The plan
Oh.
does have a few other different ways we could do it. Alternatively, we could just follow one of the random crew members off the boat, have Bradimir charm him, and then get him to tell us where everything is. Then we just charge on board and get to it.
I really just want to drop a whale on the boat, but yes.
You have a whale?
No, I don't think I could ask Leviathan to do.
I feel like they owe us any favors after we asked him to slaughter a ton of people.
Fight Frost.
Not any favors, but he'll help me if desperately needed. Probably not desperately needed enough.
I desperately need to see this ship hit by a whale.
I desperately need to see it happen.
Damn, Miski's
Me to-
Leviathan that into you?
Hmm?
He'll just do things for you if you really need it.
Yeah. Is there any way I can create a portal for him to enter this world? How do you think I brought him into the place with the... Thank you, Jesse! The place with the stuff.
That's right.
Ah.
You feed that girl.
Yes! He's also coming back.
I could also create a bit of a weather distraction to limit visibility, so we might not get.
Yeah, I mean, if you can bring in a bunch of fog.
Oh, more like a storm.
Are you sure it isn't going to ruin the ship? I mean, you got to be careful with that.
Like torrential rain, blizzards,
Yeah, sure. Torrential rain is great for.
visibility.
No, I mostly like it for murder. It makes nice noises.
Splish splash, I was cutting a bitch. Ba-da-ba-ba.
I was slicing his throat and throwing him in the river. We finalized our plans for the heist. We're stealing what it which is a giant ship with a shit ton of cannons that we can just barely crew.
Iridescent Rainbow 2.
I mean, okay, wait. Backtracking a bit. My high wisdom just realized something.
What?
We'd have to sell this ship. We wouldn't have enough people to drive this.
Oh, Rexiel can do it. He can
Yes.
drive it at least, but he needs crew.
It's true. It's true. It's mine. Iridescent too.
Raxiel, how are you here? I hear your voice.
I have a
Through the intercom.
Inter hearings.
Was I
Oh, those-
holding down the button?
Those are pretty cool.
Robot ship. Robot.
Yeah, robot ship. They get the treat to remind them
I-
of missing.
Iron Stride, we barely have enough crew with literally nuke.
Is that how big it is?
Yes.
It's very big.
Alright then.
Perhaps we keep it and sell it elsewhere. It'll be a little obvious selling a ship now.
Yeah. Especially them to suspect it's us. I mean, we're probably going to be leaving right before the. I really think we're going to be able to dissolve all of the witnesses' bodies. At least this time.
Asking. At the question, Nutliff would definitely want to accompany you, just on the factor of being able to see whatever this facility is.
He can try.
Alright, so.
That's all.
I'm scooping audible hole in.
The lag is beautiful right now.
It's healthy.
Do you want me to just like slit everybody?
I mean,
Yes.
I believe you're very capable of that.
Just slipping on board and being like,
But, of course.
Oh my god, Josh is lying.
The moment.
I heard
Josh.
things I'm very sure he didn't say.
And then the sprocket.
huh.
I heard, don't eat
But
that slut, so I'm pretty sure he didn't say that.
I definitely did not say that.
Don't eat that slow.
Ugh, your taste is so much better than this.
Don't
Wait,
eat
can't you
that
cast
slut
silence?
down.
What I was trying to he was telling me not to eat that slut across the street.
Oh,
Wait, what?
I said, are you capable of doing that spell? The quiet one? Is that what it's called?
The thing might make everybody quieter. Yeah.
Silence.
Would that be beneficial for us right now?
I mean, if we make no noise, sneaking is kind of easier.
If you could locate where the alarm is, perhaps you could silence it.
Does the ship even have an alarm? I'd assume the shipyard would have an alarm, not the ship.
Possibly. You can tell that there are a lot of people on the ships themselves. It doesn't really seem like they would be casting alarm on it.
I assume they just have a bunch of bells everywhere.
Oh, that is what I meant. Like, an actual alarm bell,
Mm.
not magic.
Those they definitely do have. Because obviously,
Like on
they-
each ship or in the shipyard?
for pretty much near between every other ship. So one bell for each two ships. Just so they would be able to call the militia to certain sections if the pirates are getting rowdy.
It might be a good idea to remove the bell first.
Just like remove all of the bells in the yard during the middle of the night. They're like what the shit?
Shoot out all the cameras, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, let's see. We could go get some adamantine tools just to be able to cut it down really quick before we start.
Would you like a assortment of my fire? Start a neat distraction? I doubt they will want to follow us if half their facility down.
So what you're saying is we start a fire to get them even more distracted.
We could. I still have 6 greater alchemical fires.
And I still have a bag
One
of
also. Yeah, we can just do like a drive-by from above and like bomb one of the other ships.
Yeah, I still have 5 more alchemist fires. We could just
Like once you guys have lifted the anchor, of course.
I thought Telrath would be capable of sneaking them into certain points and then blowing them up.
Oh my god, I just become a terrorist cell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then he wouldn't be on the other ship.
I mean, I think this was just assuming that we forego the other plan and we just kill everybody on board while everybody else is distracted.
Whatever you think is best, really.
I mean, what I think would be best is if we knew for sure where the button was. Well, the lever in this case.
Well, if you're invisible, you should have an easy time.
Even if I wasn't invisible, with hide in plain sight, I could do some really stupid shit sneaking around that ship.
Is it some sort of chain or something that locks the ship to the door?
So there's an anchor, and then there's a stern clasp that's literally like attached to the dock. But I know at least I have stone shape, and I assume Millie might have it as well.
If worse comes to worse, I can try to break it.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, okay, quick mechanics question on the ships, Josh. Are the ships always on? Or do they like turn off when they dock?
They're effectively always on. It's just that sometimes the engines themselves, much like how Stratosphere usually tends to it with Miski, that you can basically oversteam it equivalently to a boiler in effect to gather more elemental air quickly.
So what you're saying is that in a likely scenario, we could increase the speed of the ship if we were also in the engine room.
Correct.
But the ship would basically drive if I got to the controls and told it, hey, yo,
Back
you've got no anchor, girl.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing is bring Merger along just in case.
The spare engineer.
He's
Well,
not a
I
spare
mean-
engineer to me.
Well, let's just assume for a second that since our main objective is to steal a ship, what about if we don't start a fire in the shipyard? What if we start a fire somewhere else?
Somewhere nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any
Yeah.
ideas?
I mean, we've barely even wandered around the city, but I mean, you know, I'm sure we could think of something.
Plenty of markets, especially this being the ritzier part of town.
I feel like if a noble's house was to be set on fire, large distraction. They seem to like their nobles.
There you go, whiny asshole gets his house set.
The nobles usually live near the docks.
Especially in these parts.
From like several hundred feet up, just fireball.
He's climbing the turnbuckle.
Ironstride's got a steel fist. Just fucking hits him in the stomach. Okay, so
Yes.
new addendum to the plan: we start a fire.
Alright. Will you need any more of my fire?
I have 5. I assume I can light somebody's house on fire with that pretty well.
They will do quite a bit of damage, yes.
Leaky pipes can cause major damage.
Shut up then. I'm gonna go get on my flight suit just in case.
Alrighty.
Wait, we didn't even finish the rest of the plan. Which one are we actually going with?
Your preference.
I
mean,
If we distract them and then have to kill a bunch of them, we still have to wait for the anchor and shit to come undone. So there's still more time.
At least.
yeah, I mean, ideally, we should probably go with the sneaky plan with me sneaking Ironstride in, because
Right when you're ready to start pulling up the anchor, give the signal. We can set a fire somewhere else.
we'll probably need most of our manpower. I don't really know if setting a fire somewhere. The whole point of setting the fire is so that the entire available military force is somewhere else.
So we
we'd
set
need
a
to give them
fire
time.
pretty quick.
Well, no, but we'd want them to have already responded to it, so that they have to mobilize and come back.
I can give a couple of minutes warning then. Or we forget the fire and every single one of us try to take the ship as fast as after you've activated the anchor.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we do have to consider that the response time probably isn't lightning fast. The fire might be superfluous.
Also, it's a dock. We can probably set a bit of a barrier between the ship and their reinforcements.
If anyone gives chase anyway, I can't just fly onto their ship and cause chaos. That we are not worth
Yeah.
it.
I can just shoot them from our ship, too. They'll probably die if they chase us. Okay, so I guess we're going with I sneak on board with a few people in the portable hull. You guys wait nearby in a skiff, and then once the anchor comes up, you guys get on board and start taking off immediately.
Alright, sounds good.
Are we landing the skiff or flying?
Well, you can just anchor it onto the side when you arrive. I mean,
Easy. I'll fly then. I'll pilot the skiff. Entrust me with your life.
Somehow the way you say that makes me a little unnerved.
No, it's okay.
unless you guys have a different way you want to get on deck. I mean, the skiff might be slightly suspicious if it starts descending, but you know.
Well, I like it.
So how many people are we leaving on this ship?
Well, that depends on how many want to come kill them, because we only need like 3 or 4 people to actually drive this thing.
And no father
Question.
and mother wish to join.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Sorry,
joining
this is
in on
same
our
day.
piracy. I thought they would.
Yeah, we still haven't long rested.
Oh
Okay.
no, they want
Thank
to
you.
join.
Yes, I love this. Your parents are like, "Fuck yeah, piracy."
Yeah, fuck this place, fuck these people. Okay?
Yeah, let's take an 8-hour rest before we start our plan, Iron Stride. I have a feeling we're going to need
Every bit of it.
this
Also,
esoteric resource called spell slots.
Yes.
I'm pretty confident in our 2 extra Millerans' ability to take care of the ship on their own.
Okay then. Well, while that's happening, then I'll probably talk to Millie with Adel as well about helping with constructions of things for Philippe.
Alrighty. That would be easy enough. Carlisle's having a good old nap.
Long rest time.
Aye. Do we get the whole rest?
As you are,
Nope.
Police force.
You actually see someone completely dressed in red standing at the edge of the bridge plank, just kind of looking up the ramp up to the top. Can hear continuous crunches as he stands on the very edge of the ship looking up towards the top deck.
Of our ship?
Mm-hmm.
Are we all awake for this? This man sounds pretty spooky.
I'm assuming if the nighttime would be there. Lol.
I just assume I'm up here with Dad,
So
nearly asleep under her table.
drawing out designs with your father.
Guess.
But for this man would definitely show up at nighttime when the sun has gone down completely. But his eyes are vividly bright, piercingly bright, like lanterns set in his eyes. As he does look up the walkway, you see him holding just a a bag, a soft velvet-looking bag. The full red regal garb that he's wearing, just kind of ordained over him as he sits there looking up, as you can continuously hear the slow grind. Almost sounds like gravel for a moment before it breaks down softly again.
I don't like it. I don't trust like that.
Yeah, who is actually seeing this though?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely asleep if this is night, because I wouldn't have bothered, know, I paid for a nice docking spot. I don't really give a shit.
So for that, well, one of them would come down, as Felix and even Akorth would definitely see that, and they would definitely go to get somebody. So, well, seeing you're the captain, Tara, they would go and get you first.
Aww.
Ah.
Who's in a what now?
It's hard to explain. He looks like a devil.
Okay.
Not
Well,
like
if I
the
don't-
skin texture, but the fire eyes are really fucking creeping me out.
Well, if I don't sense his allegiance, I'm gonna shoot him in the face. He woke me up.
Do you need help with this one?
Sure, why not?
I will rejoin you soon, Father.
Be careful.
I will.
It's just a demon.
I'm
God.
not sure if there are any demons that I can't kill with these fists.
Yeah, I know. It's worrying. Where is he?
So on the walk ramp, obviously he's not this big. He's just one square, but just for
Oh, please.
Oh, there he is. Oh my god.
He's edgy.
Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Yeah, this game now features Dante from Devil May Cry.
No, Dante's right here.
Dante's right.
That is true, actually, yeah. We already have Dante. You can leave it out.
That's true. But he just sits there at the bottom of the gangplank, looking up at you. You can hear the slow crunch of gravel again.
Can I help you?
I seem to have lost something. I figured you would have it. Or one of your crew still.
I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean, lost?
Well, you see, an heirloom of mine was taken. And I don't enjoy my things being taken from me.
Can you be more specific?
Have you seen any of your crew with a ring?
Oh no, it's this guy.
I mean, I have a lot of rings. I have 2 rings that grow back my ribs after Irons try to accidentally crushes them.
At this point, he'll slowly start walking up the gangplank. And you can actually...
If that's the dragon, we're fucked.
You could see the wood gangplank actually scorches under each of his heel-toe walk. And you realize that he's not actually wearing shoes.
Oh, snap.
Interesting style choice. I like the scorching feet. I mean, our ship's made out of wood. Would you mind stopping that?
Of course. As he steps up onto the metal plating on the side.
Anyways, could you describe the ring for us?
Gold. Inlay with
Gold.
diamond. 3. 1 fractured.
Oh shit!
We're fucked, boy.
Wait.
No, I don't
One
wanna.
fractured. The ring had all 3 wishes on it, though.
Yeah, but he knows we used one on the fucking angel.
Oh my god. This motherfucker is fucking vain enough to think we wouldn't use all 3 wishes within like a month.
Yeah, he knows we used one because the angel fought him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. Alright, well, let me go roll insight check to see if I can put these pieces together. Oh, no.
Yeah,
I put them together
all the
quickly.
tumblers fall immediately into place. Especially since you could feel the heat coming off of this man.
Talos just blinks a few times. Are you that dragon?
At that point, the small pouch that he was holding that you heard the crunch of gravel, you do see him pull one beautiful ruby before he opens his teeth to show that they're just nothing but razor sharp, and starts crunching on it like it were an almond.
Yes, a snack pack full of value chips that he's fucking eating.
Oh no.
I don't think that's halal, guys.
Well, as the captain of the ship, I feel like I have to tell you the honest truth. Where did that ring go?
We had a ring.
Oh yeah, it's the one that she stole off of me, isn't it?
Oh. She?
Oh yes, an acquaintance of mine robbed me in my sleep.
Ah. So you did have it.
I can't. Do you actually not recognize me?
It was a far distance, friend.
I mean, for a dragon so big, I expect you to have really good eyesight.
So where is she?
I'll be right back. I'll go get her.
I will keep an eye on him, though I'm sure that's a terrible idea.
That isn't a lie, though. I am going to go get her and everybody else.
No, just go get her.
Yeah, tell him it was Ricky.
Oh, I'm not that good of a liar. I need Brad to lie for me.
Down.
That is Brad, though.
See, I saw the ping on the
Yeah.
simulacrum. I'd like to say, by the positioning, she's actually directly underneath him as well.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Hey Carlisle, wake up. We might be dying here in a minute.
I'm getting a cold beer back, sorry.
Hey Adel, yeah, we might be being incinerated here in about 30 seconds. Millerin. Millerin.
Yes, Tara?
Guess who's on our ship? I'll give you one chance.
Is it Varric?
No, remember that giant-ass dragon we took that ring from?
Oh, him.
Yeah,
That's
he's
nice.
here. He wants his ring back.
You mean the one we used?
Yes, the one we used.
No one worth what?
Oh, good.
Do we have something else we can give him?
I can take a look.
Rexiel.
What?
Do you have any, like, really nice rings?
Well, you see, my new stockbrokering system, I actually managed to get this from Carlisle. He holds up the Ring of Digit.
Mm-hmm. Does this... No, we used the last wish to save fucking his wife.
Okay, what was the second one?
I used it to save your dumbass life.
Oh, yeah, because you decided to use the wish instead of two people that can resurrect people
Nobody was speaking up about being able to resurrect people.
in the middle of combat.
You were going to die within a minute.
He was already dead.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
had
I know.
like a level 12 paladin. I mean, cleric on show.
Yeah, the level
But
12
yeah,
paladin.
I
was
forgot
there.
about that because it was dumb.
Yeah, I know it was.
Guys, Jesse says that he protects and punches. Our food just got delivered and it's not ours!
Okay, well
What
then
the
I'll...
fuck?
Fucking amazing.
Food wasn't to your house.
It was the dragon's fault. He did it.
No, they fucked up the order. The dragon's a cunt. He gave us the wrong food. 30 wicked wings!
Raxiel, what does the ring do? We have to satiate a dragon.
It summons a really cool djinn. I was talking to him earlier today.
Uh-huh. Do you think that'll work, Millen? I think he's going to kill us.
Well, I have kind of wanted to cut him up for a while now, but... You know, we could just lie.
I am terrible at lying. I usually kill people instead.
Alright, well, alternative idea. You remember that, that extra dimensional space, the demi-plane I created to hide all the Warforged that one time?
Yes?
Yes, well, I decided that was a bit better of a way to store all of my, own personal belongings, since carrying them in my pocket was getting a bit cumbersome. I realized the pocket thing doesn't actually get any heavier, but I did need to free up some space in it. I can't open that again until we finish our rest, so we can't get the expended ring out.
Oh, you left the ring in there?
Yeah, do you want to just tell him that we can't actually access it until we finish our rest?
I mean, that's entirely possible. We could give it a try. I guess
Unless
so.
he has some form of plane shifting ability, in which case we could just give him directions.
I guess I'll go talk to him. Oh boy. Can't wait for this. And Outlive, sorry if we all get incinerated in the next 10 seconds.
I'm going to go start packing my shit. You can see Miralev goes to start helping along with all the other Warforged.
Hey, yeah, I'm back. We actually still do have your ring.
With
It is, oh, what?
with gems intact.
No.
So it's been devalued then.
I mean, it still looks like a nice piece of jewelry.
At this point, you can see he starts walking over the top of the deck now.
Do you want anything else in exchange, or are you just going to walk over my deck like this?
I think something in exchange would be required as an apology.
Alright, what do you like? We have a very talented craftswoman.
I would like all of your equipment.
All my what?
Equipment. Unless you have something that you think might be equal. And then some, as in good faith repayment.
I think I might actually have something in mind. Do you like rings that summon the djinn?
Roll persuasion.
What is this even persuasion? I don't even know what I'm talking about myself.
It's presentation.
Djinn? Ooh. I actually rolled.
You can tell you catch his interest, especially at the statement of the Djinn. This might suffice for the ring and the good faith payment. A company.
Lost.
You went full robot there. Oh no. I can't understand any of this.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Uh-oh. Hello?
You were both on like 400 ping for me there.
That was
Yeah,
beautiful.
I think my Discord
Everything
broke.
that went complete arse. I just shifted the server.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I didn't really hear much past after him taking interest in the ring, then you just started going all distorted.
So... the ring would interest me in paying, and a good faith payment in return.
Alright, we have a lot of miscellaneous, nice-looking stuff. I'll be right back. I need to go ask the dragon nicely for the ring. Not you, different dragon. Da-da-da-da. Good news, everyone. Our ship might not be incinerated. Hey, Raxiel, can I have the ring?
It's gonna have to be taxed and inflated.
You're not taxing me. I'll get you something shiny, okay?
Pinky promise.
Yes, I will promise on your pinky I will get you something nice and shiny.
Yes. And you'll hand over the ring.
Axiel, you're a terrible businessman.
But I like our captain.
Yes, that still makes you a terrible businessman.
I mean, I got Carlisle to give me that ring on inflation prices.
Yes, well,
Wait, where did
Alright.
Carlisle get this?
I don't know. He was just paying me back for the investment that he requested from me.
Oh, also, Miller, do you know what makes dragons happy? He also wants, like, additional goods on top of this to make up for his damages.
I think it depends on the dragon. They are, sentient creatures.
I don't know, I just thought you might know. Well, we have a lot of really nice gemstones. Maybe we can just feed him one of those. That would make Raxiel sad, though.
The Bank of the Iridescent Broker is going to have to charge you extra for this.
He's just like, no. No gemstone here.
He actually pulls up like a ledger and investment prices.
Well, I mean, Raxiel's either this or the ship's gonna get incinerated. Unless we all want to go kill a dragon that's as big as a large mountain.
Alright, warranted against the ship.
So, hang on, just remind me, what happened to telling him that the ring was in a demi-plane?
I mean, I was gonna tell him that, but then he said that because the gems were all cracked on it, it's worthless.
Oh, why did you tell him that?
Because I'm a terrible liar, and he asked.
It's alright, I lied to you anyway, it's in my pocket.
My God.
Well, I thought if he gave us enough time to get the demi-plane ready, we'd at least be ready to deal with this properly. Also, I was just going to make the demi-plane look like it was full of treasure and then close the door when he went in. If he had no way of getting there himself, he wouldn't have been able to get out. I'd just never open it again.
I feel like no dragon would ever fall for that, though.
Well, I will put real treasure in it.
I'm just
It
like,
doesn't matter now. He knows the ring. He knows the ring's been expended.
Well, why didn't you go out on deck and lie to him then?
I'm afraid I am not very good at that. Frankly, it's
Yeah.
a wonder you even believed what I said.
Yeah, I know. It seems to be a running theme that I shouldn't trust what you say or do to me. Anyways. We've got black opal. I mean, you have a lot of those star sapphires. Can you spare me like 2?
I could give you 2 of those, and as a guaranteed payment, I know that somebody would enjoy this 5,000 green emerald. Warranted under ship.
Is he loaning out things against the ship?
Yes. On fail of payment due to death, this ship will now become mine.
But I don't own it either. We stole it.
Exactly. So I will steal it from your corpse.
Okay, fair enough.
Alright, that's a bit better, Axia.
See, Mom, I'm learning.
Okay, I'll take the 2 sapphires and the 5,000 green emerald, apparently.
I'm learning to rob people blind with investment. It's legal crime.
Yeah, at least it's kind of legal.
Da-da-dun-dun, da-da-dun-dun.
Can't believe you only gave him the 5,000 one, though.
The other one is my collection, as he pulls out the 10,000 gold.
Alright, I'm back,
Didn't think
okay.
as much.
So we have the ring, and these 3 fine gemstones to make amends.
So, as you hand them over, you can see that little spark, especially like even if you found something you yourself, hobby-wise, or something you delighted in greatly, just quickly walks up and snatches the items from your hands, just looking over the emerald, the ring, and everything, and sliding the ring on, just marveling at them for a moment. At this point, especially him being this close, you could feel the intense heat. It's almost like you were back in the volcano itself right now.
Volcano was literally all him, I guess.
So, as he finishes marveling at it, kind of just lost in his own personal greed, especially the very precious and beautiful emerald, looks to you. Consider this payment for your life. As he reaches out a hand to shake yours.
I will shake his hand, knowing that if I don't, he'll be so offended he'll probably try to kill me.
So, as you take his hand, and he shakes yours firmly and aggressively, literally crushing it in his own hand.
Yeah, well, par for the course. Like more ring of regeneration work.
You will take 46 fire damage. Part of your arm literally ignites for a moment. You see Ironstride like cock an arm back to like go to punch this guy. Unit 63 even points a spear.
Relax. He has every right to be angry, honestly.
As he finally gives the one final shake and jerks your arm a little too hard. You feel your shoulder pop for a moment. Hey, let's go. As he looks to the rest of the crew. Don't ever steal from Baelis again. At this point, he will stride away, admiring his new adornment and precious gem to add to his collection.
I thought he was gonna eat it.
He's admiring it for now, but most likely will eat it later.
That's not what I expected, honestly.
But you can see the greed is very significant to him. You could tell it played off, and especially Miller's mention of putting actual treasure in a void probably would have worked, maybe, due to the fact of the sheer fucking greediness of even just snatching up the large emerald from your hand, along with the ring.
Well, maybe she should have come up here and negotiated herself rather than telling me her ideas afterwards.
But you see Bayless start walking into town before finally disappearing into the distance of the city. His footprints thoroughly burned into the woodwork on your deck.
Okay. Oh, I need some ice for that.
That was weird.
Yeah, I know. He's about as big as a mountain we stole from him a couple months ago.
Smart.
It was smart at the time. Smart at the time.
Going back to sleep.
Good news. You can stop packing. He isn't going to incinerate the ship. I calmed him down.
Are you sure about that? Like, should I just leave it packed up for, like, an extra day, maybe?
No, 100% sure he shouldn't be coming back.
Okay.
Oh god, my fucking arm.
You see the fucking roast chicken arm effect on Telrath.
Fried chicken.
Mm-mm.
Finger looking good. God, I hate dragons. Next time I meet him, we're killing him. Fucking piece of trash. Incinerating my arm.
Alright. So, aside from the interaction with Bayless, you'd be able to finish out your long rest. Just see Raxiel marking down everything in the book.
I have high enough stealth check. I'll just steal that ledger and change.
Welcome to the opening of the traveling banker, the iridescent banker.
Yeah, I already know how I'm gonna pay him back. He'll just get to name the new ship.
Oh god. So, as the night does finish out, finally return to the morning with everyone fully rested.
Hey.
He is yeah, after incinerating Telrath's arm on a handshake.
Was he surprised that I didn't die from shaking his hand?
Oh, he was
Clearly tried to kill him.
he was very thoroughly surprised and impressed at the same time.
Eye contact is the key when a dangerous monster tries to kill you through a handshake.
Firm grip, shrug off the pain.
Oh yeah.
Make sure you have a healer on hand.
Like, a good portion of the feathers on your arm, right side, is just fucking burnt off.
Ring of regeneration.
So,
Just grow my feathers back.
in the morning, you got, like, the soft, downy feathers growing back. Just...
No, that's so cute.
Please, Misky, I just had my arm burned.
Why?
Oh, I didn't wake you up. Remember that dragon, Whiskey? Remember the giant
what?
dragon?
Giant dragon.
The one we stole the ring from?
Oh, Angel Boy. Angel Dragon, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
he showed up last night.
What? How
Yeah,
did
he
I
was-
not hear that happening?
Because he was very civil.
Wow.
I paid him and he fucked off.
What?
After attempting to take your life by incinerating arm.
This attempt on my life has left me scarred and deformed.
Dang.
But my resolve has never been stronger.
Goddamn.
I mean,
Alright,
I
at least
understand.
he's gone?
don't
Yes.
get on your mom's gangbang.
I will hate.
Oh, king shit.
I do not like to see them grinding gears.
Notlef is just in.
Not look in the corner crying. It hurts. It hurts so much.
Why do you have to do this in my workshop?
Why are you
The
doing
spirit is willing, but the flesh is weakened.
And then she's just like, I need your tools to really feel it.
Get the grinder.
Show me your
Oh my God.
calipers.
I showed you my calipers, please respond.
Showed you my big iron.
Fucking big iron on his head. Goddamn.
We're up. But yeah, he's gone now. I gave him a ring that Carlisle apparently found earlier, and he left.
That was fortunate.
Yeah, who knew a dudgeon was worth so much? Yeah, I really wish you'd mentioned the bait plan earlier, and I'd been able to wake up Brad. He's sleeping like a brick. I wish Brad lied to him.
Pling.
Well, it was sort of a last-minute thought, anyway.
Well, I mean,
As-
in any case, it wraps up that. I was worried that was going to show up at a much less opportune time.
At least he's dealt with.
At least the problem is dealt with, yes.
In any other occasion, today is the day of the heist.
The Big Berthas.
So I'm thinking we should probably have our main ship leave dock and then have the skiff come back with everybody else on it to start getting near the shipyard. As then we would be able to teleport away if things got especially bad.
No.
That seems reasonable.
And also the fact that we're pretty identifiable, they'd probably, be able to tell whose ship we were from.
Yes. Well, I have faith in your plan.
Yeah, well, hopefully they don't lock too many things.
Alrighty.
You're an expert at picking locks anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm just worried they're gonna have some kind of weird magical countermeasure. It is a big ship, but they also do have 50 people on there. I don't really think they're gonna try that hard.
One way to find out. Plus, I think Patriot is edging for a fight anyway.
Oh yeah, we're taking Patriot in the hole with us.
In the hole.
I gave him his little license to kill badge.
For glory and honor!
Oh, and Raxiel.
Yes?
For payment, you get to name the new ship.
Just
For
try
being
to
such a
think
good
of
sport.
something that isn't rainbows.
Yeah, for being such a good sport, and I'll still get you a shiny later. Because I like you.
Perfect. I knew I should have been a banker.
A ring of immeasurable value plus multiple valuable gemstones equals you get to name a ship and a shiny rock later.
I mean, hey, it'll work on you, right?
Stonks.
No, I mean, if it was guns, bows, and swords, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get Brad to give me invisibility? Can he stop being railed by a Korath for long enough?
He comes out in his gimp mask and slaps you on the back and then goes back to work.
Oh my god.
Gets back to work. You see that there's a hole in the back of his pants as he's walking around.
Wearing assless chaps.
Bear fur.
He's like hobbling. He's not walking, he's hobbling.
Bear fur, assless chaps.
Hell yes.
Tink, 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 tink.
Okay, so who else wants to come with me in the hole? I'm going to sneak in and get to the anchor room. Everybody else is going to board directly on deck.
After sitting the nightmare fuel that is Bradimir and Akorath, I would like to get in the hole now.
I too could have gone the rest of my life without ever seeing that.
Are they not coming?
I'm
I'm sure they are, but not with us.
Did you see him hobbling?
Is he going to maintain concentration on invisibility?
Oh.
Radimir, are you going to be able to maintain that concentration? I think that's a yes. I have liquid and blind sight.
I'll
Oh my
leave
God.
Raxiel here to manage the ship in our absence.
A good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting in the hole now. Please let me in the hole.
Okay, sure.
Gotta go fast.
Need
You
out,
can always
need out.
boss my simulacrum around if he needs extra hands on deck.
Okay, so who else is getting in the hole? Because
Father, will you be coming along with Mother?
father and mother, will you get in my friend's hole?
I might as well.
Oh god.
Yeah, just trust the bird man.
Harvey Birdman.
I mean, if Son trusts you, then that means that has to mean something.
Sure.
I mean, he did bring you before his parents and say, Mom, Dad, look, shiny friend.
Yeah, I excitedly, like a small child, brought you in front of my parents and showed you to them like a set
Mom,
of toys,
Dad!
saying, "These are my friends."
These are my friends. Yeah.
Like my moment of excitement, manhandled you both in front of my parents. Says, "These are my friends." Like, are they your friends? Says, yes.
Yes.
Oh, I also have spider climb, so I could literally just climb on the ceiling of the ship.
Yeah, you have every
terrifying.
movement possible.
I mean, I'm invisible. It doesn't have to be terrifying.
Alrighty.
I mean, only once in Bizwezel.
Alright, is Patriot coming, or is he on the skiff? Just gonna raid the deck.
He's gonna be on the skiff.
Okay.
Gosh.
I'd like to take, where is he?
Merger.
Where's my boy? Yeah,
Where's
Merger.
Merger coming?
Because if we can find the engine room, we could use him.
He will come along for these matters, yes.
I love Merger. You're my favorite.
I will inform Merger that he need not fight if he does not wish to. That we can do the dirty work and he can just manage the engine if he likes.
I would prefer that.
So Skiff is just me, Misky, and Milan.
And Patriot, and probably Reckoner, and probably Chase.
Mhm.
I
thought they were coming in your bag.
No, I don't need that many people. We're going
Yeah,
on the deck.
skiff on deck.
I already have Iron Stride, honestly. It's probably overkill in a tight hallway. With me, and probably kill all 50 people.
You know what that is? Tight hallway with just me at the end of it and like 30 guys in it. It's that fucking moment in Star Wars Rebels, or whatever it was, where it's just Vader walking down the hallway killing everyone. What was it?
Yeah,
Rogue
and
One,
then
Rogue
I
One.
just volley the hallway. But I mean, yeah, I assume most of the other Warforged are going with you guys on the skiff. And hey Junius, do you want to come kill some people?
I'm gonna say, I'm not sure I can carry that many people.
I am currently busy transcribing this book.
Okay. It's cool. Yeah, I guess, yeah, we probably can't take that many people.
ready if you are.
Yeah. Let's go.
I might get
Raxiel,
that one ready.
Yeah.
could you do me a solid and start taking the ship away from the dock?
Okay.
Just head in any direction that isn't towards Mirage City, because they're probably going to immediately.
Oh, God!
Oh my god! The wingspan! It has increased!
The Eldritch Abomination has risen.
Roxogoth has been born.
Audible screeching of an elder beast.
I feel like Raxiel has to very cautiously approach the helm with the fucking huge blades above him.
He tucks down nicely.
Out of fear. He's seen what they do to people.
The grinder.
I assume we're also doing this at night, the most logical time period for me to do this.
Oh, easily.
Yeah!
Basically,
That
with
explains why there are gimp suits.
Yep. 100%.
Evening wear.
Silk ropes, bare fur, assless chaps, leather masks.
Yeah, they're the distraction. Brad's gonna go out in the middle of the street near the dock and get pegged.
And then,
I mean, if you had to wait through the day for the night to fall again, I would like to spend more work on those metal thingies.
the auto repairs.
Yeah, those.
Give in to the Arcana and Tinker's tools with intellect.
Okay, well. Public advantage, Arcana, normal,
God damn.
Tinker's tools.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
Very nice, very nice. Alright. But you can tell, especially with the project of being able to repair the ship itself, metal parts would definitely be a lot easier. Wood parts, it's definitely a lot harder to teach this thing.
Oh, that's fine. I'm totally happy for it to just feed it metal until it turns the whole ship into a steel fortress.
What?
Look, if you don't want the ship anymore, I'm converting it.
I thought we were going to sell it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But after you got Raxiel's hopes up about giving it to him,
I thought we were giving the. I was going to have him name the ship. I didn't say we were giving him the ship.
he did seem to have a impression of having his own.
Did you tell him that?
No.
Well, I mean, regardless, I mean, sure, you can keep this one if we're getting a whole new ship for free. I don't really care. I mean, this ship can certainly keep up with anything, so... It's not like speed's an issue. But yeah, anyways, let's focus on the heist at hand.
Alrighty.
Ready to break and or destroy.
Crush, kill, destroy. Swag.
As the little ghost on the ocean goes down their hallways, I have a 21 stealth with advantage.
My god.
Detecting me is basically impossible.
Alright. So, initially go ahead and roll me some stealths, boys, once you start approaching Big Bertha. Also, just to make sure that you don't get approached and caught by the dock guard that are trying to keep watch.
Me? Because, I mean, everybody else that's going to be visible is inside the hole or on a skiff in the air.
So, yes, definitely you then.
Okay. Making sure everything's on. Okay, I put past that trace on myself, and we begin with a 34.
Oh, damn.
So, even with the adamant posts constantly searching around, even if they were looking in your direction, you know, and you're so comfortable, especially with the, well, pass without a trace, that they would probably not likely see you unless they cast Fairy Fire or had some kind of form of true vision. So you.
I mean, I also have hide in plain sight if they start looking at me, so I can cheese it really hard.
So you are easily able to approach the Big Bertha. As you are touching down, you can see that the main rampart here is constant up and down. You can see it looks to be about 5 floors deep, maybe 6. You can easily smell in the mess hall what smells like fresh roasts. Seems like they probably got a whole pig down there cooking up with a good portion of the crew there. It seems to be, from what you sense, a large portion of them, a good 24 of them, all just having a good laugh and talk in the main hall. You can see that the main hold from the first floor on the upper deck is open, obviously just to let the breeze in. A lot of people are playing music. Obviously, it's a fairly relaxed atmosphere. They have no idea that you're even there.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna get fucking bloodbaths here in a second, so... Well, anyways, let's get aboard, and I'm gonna start looking for their... winch room.
Alrighty. So, go ahead and roll me an investigation at advantage, because obviously you are familiar with ships.
Oh no, not investigation. This is illegal, you know. I'm bad at investigation. I'm good at perception.
Go ahead and roll me another stealth, because obviously you're going through multiple floors pretty quick. Alrighty. So, as you are quickly searching up and down this ship, you can easily tell that there's probably no way most of these people would notice you, especially the drunk stupor that they're in. The few people who are on watch are more distracted by the music, quite obviously. And even with the clumsiness of your search taking an extra amount of time, you're actually able to clamber on down and finally find your way to the bottom floor, which is the 6th floor of this massive ship. And you're actually able to find the anchor system, unattended, obviously, because it's so far deep in that you had to pass pretty much the majority of the crew that's currently on the ship.
Okay, yeah, well, I will arrive, and then I will begin. There's nobody here at all. It's just basically an abandoned room.
Pretty much, they assume, especially at the anchor point, that nobody's going to come on a ship with 24 fucking people.
Yeah, I mean, nobody would. Except for us. I unfurl the hole once I'm next to it. I made it, says the invisible voice above the hole.
Should we come out?
There's nobody here, so you guys can all climb out.
Alright.
Shuffle.
I come out.
Everyone else starts shuffling out. You can see Mergers looking around, spots the furnace, and starts checking the gauges and all that.
I press my intercom button. Hey guys, I've reached the anchor room. Everything going well, nobody spotted us.
Nice.
We also have the furnace room. We'll be releasing the anchors in a moment.
Are the anchors heavy?
The anchors themselves, they are fairly heavy. Especially with normal people, one person would take a good while. Obviously, it's the winch system, so it's easy enough. But obviously, with more people, it's easier to raise it quickly.
Right.
And you can tell that the anchors were made purposely heavy just to slow it down so they can ease it and have it snap shut quickly.
We only have like 3 skiffs. Please, no crash.
But we're getting a boat. It's fine.
The boat actually... Gosh, does this boat have skiffs?
Definitely.
It's free real estate.
Can I crash this game?
You saw...
Can I crash this game?
Are you crashing it into the new boat?
No.
then I don't care. Go for it.
Why?
Lego Yoda death.
Is it just me and Carlisle?
And Millerin.
Oh,
Patriot.
Emily. Okay, well.
Also, I just realized without
I
Brad
can't do
here,
it to Patriot.
without Brad here, no one's here to cast Featherfall on us, and we're just gonna
Oh,
I can
fucking
cast
jump off
Featherfall.
this and faceplant.
I can cast Featherfall.
Yeah, I have that too. Don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, the plan is anyways that once we start winching up the anchors, they're gonna all get really fucking confused, start running below deck. That's when you guys will talk.
Oh, I thought hitting the top of the boat would be fine because, you know.
Depends how many of them are still on the top of the boat.
Yeah,
They're
look,
also
there's a whole
all
bunch on the
really
top.
drunk.
You created, like, make the skiff just slide across the deck, take out a...
Fully 6 flights, I'll
Also,
roll for it. Let's do it! It'd be like the time I broke
this
Stratus'
ship
dick.
has a bunch of masts.
Yes.
We can't just yeet a skiff into these masts and break it because the ship won't work anymore.
Sure we can.
Look, I'm pretty sure the skiff will break before the masts do.
But it'll make a nice loud noise and they'll probably head up deck.
And also,
Just
you
let
know,
us
Huh?
know when you want
aim to
start
avoid
raising
the
your
mast. Come in
Fine,
from the
just land.
side. Have it slide across, take a few people, knock them off the ship as it goes over the edge.
Alright, I do that.
Oh my god, are you going to actually upper decker the ship we're trying to steal?
No.
This is like setting the truck on fire full of the money you want to steal. Like,
Fine.
It's not about the money.
It's about
No,
sending a
This
message.
is about the money.
Exactly, he gets it.
It's 100% about the money. The ship is the money.
Oh, look, it's
would like an
mental.
intelligence
I agree. Onward. This is the most honorable course. Loud and proud.
Wait.
Okay,
What
should we
if the
start
ship is... Wait,
Is he a
I can
robot?
start the winch now.
Is Europe?
I will start to do the winch.
Alrighty. So for you, easy enough, especially with your strength. It just starts cranking, and even with your weight behind it, it's easy to keep that bad boy going, as if like 3 people were doing it.
Does the rock clamp thing start going away?
For that one, it does. I think you can feel the ship kind of do the slow list as it starts to gather up the elemental air free from its perch. See, merger is starting to flare up the engines and get that boiler kicking.
Just stay behind us, Merger. We will protect you.
I'm covering the hallway.
Alrighty.
Time to land.
Alright. So,
That's the only weapon on myself.
as you start dive bombing in, you can see a whole shitload of chaos is starting to erupt on the deck. There's only a few people on the top deck. You can hear the other 24 that were in the party below running around, freaking out, trying to figure out what's going on, why the ship is moving, especially when the other people started mentioning the ship is drifting from the dock.
It's crime time, boys.
It's free real estate.
God. Really.
We've practically killed demigods. I feel so sorry for these small, probably regular humans.
Let's fuck with them
We
first.
are demigods.
Hey, now that's pushing it.
I shook hands with a mountain-sized dragon and didn't die when it tried to kill me. So.
Yeah, I fucking tried to incinerate his fucking arm and he still...
I finished that handshake.
Bitch, I lived.
Nice.
A man's man.
I
12
think you
DC
just
stat.
gained like mad respect from that dragon.
Mission passed.
Hold on. Temporary.
Oh fuck, we've already crashed it.
Oops, sorry guys.
Don't worry.
I didn't mean to sink it. That was the dusted Rhinus. I forgot how much water was in it.
Whiskey.
I am a big
Thank
fan
you.
of the way it looks like the ship's been neatly cleaved in two.
Right?
Good
That is
cut.
very clean.
That is the evidence of the Montebrita.
What? No. Nope. Nope. That wasn't. Nope.
Did
Disagree.
the Gladys come by and just chop it in half?
100%.
I karate chopped it.
Alright, hold on. Hold it.
Hold up. Pop detected.
Okay, I made us a map.
Fucking A, mate.
I just, like, these poor men are, like, getting all drunk and then Solid Snake Bird sneaks his sabotage team into their...
He's back!
You fucking snuck your whole hit squad of fucking Warforged in.
They come down to check on this room and they're just gonna be like, wait, what?
What?
I would like to come down from above asking if they need help. You guys fine? You look like you're a little scared. That's okay. Here, I'll help you with kindness.
Ah!
I'm so glad I'm in the cutscene again. We got piracy.
I missed it.
We've got
Piracy is fun.
piracy. We've got murder. It only took us back to level 16 to get here.
Okay, who wants to do a quick recap for Luke?
I'll send it to him on Discord.
Dude,
Okay.
you got pegged.
Yeah, you got pegged.
But the assless chaps were cool, I guess.
Yeah, you came out of your room in your gimp suit to give me greater invisibility.
Just the very calm. Oh.
We were told the gimp suit was very nice, so of course treats you right.
She did.
We even asked if you'd be able to maintain concentration while you're. And all you responded with was.
And well, I have lip reading and blind sight, so I was able to tell he said yes.
He said, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's just knowing Josh talking with his mouth fucking full.
See? There you go. Perfect.
I thought he said I'm busy.
Damn, Big Bird.
Oh yeah, that's the bottom hold. That's the smallest point. One of the smallest
Oh.
points.
Wait, then why are we here? Quick.
And we're stealing a very big ship. Like
Because
I'm
this
so
is a
excited.
temporary map.
No,
Yeah, I'm very excited.
this is awesome. We finally get room. Wait, this is the,
This is
if this is the bottom,
It's this one.
Yeah.
This
Oh.
is
then there are stairs going down.
no.
This is a temporary map.
I said this isn't the bottom. This is close.
Oh,
to
I
it.
thought you said this is the bottom. I was like, but there's stairs going down. These stairs don't go up.
The stairs are to the emergency exit called the bottom.
Dring Barazi.
You already did, Dring Bragazi.
Alrighty. So, I mean, is a Korth writing it?
Don't know.
I don't know what's going on.
I feel like I
What's
should be with
happening?
the other group.
Yeah.
I am aware
Maybe it
of
was-
Yes.
what I
You're
know is
in your
supposed to be
room.
My room.
Yeah.
On Yelbreth.
Yeah.
Where's this?
New ship
Our
that
new
we're stealing.
ship.
On the Big Bertha.
That we're
Okay.
about to steal.
Are we
Oh, you
just
missed
in
Red
the middle of
Dragon.
nowhere?
Yeah, remember that red dragon that we stole the ring from?
Yes.
He came back.
Cool.
He wanted some payment, so I paid him, and then he effed off.
Okay.
I honestly thought we were gonna die, or at least the ship was gonna get set on fire, and then we had to steal another boat.
Yeah, I
That's
was
what I said.
I kind of thought it was
I
Josh
in the ladder.
steering us.
Okay. Are we in a ship dock or are we in the middle of nowhere?
You're not.
We're still at the same place. We have not left yet.
Yeah, this ship is
It is-
docked at the Sultanate.
Okay.
Surrounded by other
Our
ships.
ship is currently flying away to make it slightly less suspicious.
Yes.
Well, more so that we can make a clean break and teleport away if we need to.
Yeah.
That too.
And I'm on the other one?
Yes, you're on the elbow.
Mostly because you were AFK.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't sure.
I feel like Josh could be nice.
But I was about to say that anyway, because as you suddenly pop out of the bag for some reason,
Oh my god.
magical mishap.
Are you with us or are you with them?
Oh, he'd be with you guys if he jumped out of the bag. A hole.
You brought me here to kill them. Yes.
Yes. That's exactly how that works.
Just one gnome running back.
He can hold his breath for hours.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, considering we can breathe underwater, we're probably also all pretty good at holding our breath.
Ooh.
It comes with the
To
territory.
be fair, you would only have to hold it long enough to get from the skiff to the control room.
Yeah. I mean, it probably took like at least 10 minutes though, because I mean, I was wandering around a bit. I didn't roll great on investigation.
It is a true.
He decided to sleep while in there so that he would use less fucking oxygen. And Ironstride bought him too with the giant needle. I like that.
I got the flight pack on this time,
Oh shit.
just in case.
That wasn't the needle I was talking about.
I feel bad for people
Whipped
trying
cream.
to chase us.
Bend over now, Liv.
Don't do that to Notlev. He doesn't deserve that.
Wait, does Nick not know about the thing?
No.
Okay.
You're about to get blessed with a world of knowledge.
I mean, I would, but I'm not at my computer, so... Somebody wrote some really, really bad smut about Ironstride and
God.
Notlev.
Ah,
Yeah, that was
Oh
awesome.
god.
It was cringeworthy and fucking beautiful, alright?
Oh god, I forgot about that shit.
I can't forget
What's even
about
better is it was immortalized in a book in Minecraft.
it. There's a book in Minecraft.
Yes!
thanks for thoughts. Doesn't
Yeah,
Josh have
remember we
screenshots
built a
of it?
massive mod
Yeah,
library?
Josh has screenshots because I sent them to him.
It's
Dude,
true.
all we have are the dickhead soldiers.
I'm
They're gonna
pretty sure I
walk
still
out
have
and
that
then just
server
get
and
I'm so
murked.
glad. I'm still going to murder the penis head soldiers.
What's going on, eh?
Oh god.
They're all fucking drunk too.
Hey! Take a sip, kill a bitch. Take a
I
sip, kill a
almost
bitch.
feel bad.
I don't.
Yeah, what's going on?
I mean, no, they're part of this. They're part of this fucking empire. They.
That's a lot of
they do
boys.
this. Yes,
That's like
they-
the worst initiative roll I've ever gotten.
Wow!
That is pathetic.
That is, dude.
Still beat the rest of us. Advantage into +6.
Sky battle with the crew up top.
Oof.
Here,
Don't worry, guys. I'll stand in front of the door and then they'll cry because they can't get out.
Wow.
We're stuck.
Oh my god. You could have dropped me on this ship by myself, and you know what it would have been? Anakin at the temple with the younglings. That's what it would have been.
No.
Master Ironstride, you're too big. What are we going to do?
It's like throwing younglings out the window.
What is that?
Into the blender.
That is the upper deck because, like I figured, I prepared the creatures like a smart DM because I knew there's no fucking way I could create enough maps for the variety of shit that you guys could do.
I love the upper deck.
The poop deck.
It's fine.
Yeah, and then afterwards we gotta go to the recharge facility.
Between planar travel, teleportation, and all that, I gotta work on the fly.
We can go anywhere we want.
Yeah, because Josh expected us to follow the story, and the first thing we did was, let's rob this place.
Let's steal a boat.
Oh, yeah.
Something you don't
That's why I knew better, because I was like, alright, I prepared this story, but let's make sure we have backup.
Yes, they could follow the story, or they could remember for the first time in like 30 sessions that they are pirates.
I never forgot, but nobody ever wants to pirate.
And now they
I always
have
want to pirate.
I forget.
I'm always down to pirate.
Always down to pirate.
fucking bunch of
Pirates
gold
of the
pigs.
Oh my god, like right now, like if I saw all of them, I could volley like almost their entire regiment at once.
If only they weren't behind walls.
Yeah, I know. First walls.
Oh wait, Reckoner came. Hell yes.
I'm surprised Reckoner came for us to murder our countrymen.
I mean, I feel like she's totally on our side now, as opposed to her countrymen who basically abandoned her.
Yeah, let's face fact. Countrymen literally sold her into equivalent slavery.
Yep,
I
Yeah.
suppose.
I freed her, and we all freed her really, and gave her the choice to be her own individual, so I think she loves us far more.
Yay!
200 years of service, sold as a trinket.
Yep.
Joins our crew, treated like family.
Pretty
Treated
easy
like
Yeah,
choice.
like-
just trinket.
We are the nicest pirate crew to our own crew.
Yes.
Yeah, honestly, like when you look at like movies and stuff, how they pirates treat each other, we treat each other very well.
I mean, unless you're new to the crew and you do something bad, and then we threaten to, kill you.
Chop
I
your
mean,
nuts off.
Carlisle.
Cut your tongue out.
You have a ring of regen. Chopping your nuts off isn't even that big of a deal.
I know, but it's a
So it
great.
is for the first few minutes.
It's a great torture. First, you nail him to the chair, and then you give him the knife and say, "Cut him off, and we'll give you the ring."
Then you'd never give them the ring.
Ooh, that is really fucked up. Like, you make them cut off all of their fingers themselves.
Oh my god, yes.
They have to,
Alright.
like, they have to, like,
I mean,
apply
what?
pressure using like their palm at like awkward angles to remove the rest of their fingers.
So, Misky, are you crashing this bird?
Please don't.
We want this one.
Like,
I
if,
mean,
if you actually ruin it before we can even manage
you know,
so
but
sorry.
Millie can fix it.
But it has to be able to fly.
I'm back. Who's destroying the ship with that huge AoE?
It's you.
It's like, hey guys, I know you're trying to rob this bank, but what if instead of opening this bank vault, I detonated a spook inside of the vault?
I'm not gonna crush it. I'm just gonna skid across. I want to scuff it a bit. I just don't want to scratch it.
So,
No.
you rock up safely, quickly, latch on. These boys, they come running out onto the main dance floor. Who the fuck are you? Get him! Yeah.
I thought we had a hallway and I was covering it. They seemed to be able to get to me very quickly.
Initiative.
They caught you by surprise.
They did. If they try to attack Mother, I will impose disadvantage.
You blinked for 6 seconds and they came up in those 6 seconds.
I just closed my eyes for 6 seconds while I hear people running. I'm like,
Yes, they
Sounds
sound
safe.
to be getting closer.
So,
Eyes are so moisturized.
Ugh.
as you see the hold open up above you, and you hear them call, "Quick! Torga! Down here! We found him!"
What?
What?
I like him.
You find the ship's
What is
watch. Jump on down. The rest of the crew. This is the first mate watch guard, Torogar.
Oh, he's cool. Ask him to be a pirate.
Don't worry, I'll give him a few dance lessons.
I'll attempt to recruit him on my turn.
Yes.
Throw your sails, Switch.
Yes.
And let me quickly.
Imagine casting enlarge on him.
Merger would be downstairs, safe and
The
sound.
largest boy.
And with that, so impose disadvantage as he points his horns down and literally starts charging in the direction of Maryland.
Oh, I definitely throw my shield up in front of her and prepare to take the strike.
Alrighty. And he is raging. Alright.
Oh, damn.
27 and a 26. Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
So, even with the protection of the shield, he just collides right through your shield arm, straight into your mother, and impales her on one horn, throws her to the side for 25 piercing damage.
I would also like to rage.
The kid's the machine.
Alrighty.
I will not be forgiving you for that.
I won't forgive you for getting on my ship without permission. So, these boys, they come running in. Red. They start pouring through the hallway.
Oh no, please don't get so close together. I would hate to know what would happen to you with my new ability to shoot melee without disadvantage.
And then these boys are going to start pouring in and covering the back squadron. Get him! String him up! Get him! Turn up.
Da 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 da. Oh, I'm just gonna yell. It's just gonna break out the measuring tape. Yes, quiet. Yes, of course. Of course, yeah. Looks good. Okay. I bonus action cast Guardian of Nature. Let me just take that down. So I now have advantage. Am I still invisible? Actually, that's an important question.
At this point, you would not be for the amount of time that you had traveled.
Yeah, I'll definitely cast Guardian of Nature. We will shoot them with the lightning bow. They are our favorite enemy because they're people. Everything looks good. Okay, let's eliminate them. I'm shooting all of these boys, and I can also hit Minotaur boy, so I'll hit him as well, because he shouldn't die.
Far
1,
away!
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Well, they'll all hit.
The 11 will hit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I feel very bad for them. I'll just...
You tell these boys mainly handle the cutlasses and cannons.
Well, they're going to be handling their own gravestones.
Alrighty.
Still clicking damage buttons. I think I'm done. I feel bad for the guy I crit. He's so dead.
That boy got domed straight through the fucking mouth, and the back of his head just fucking exploded out.
So I just fired 14 bolts of lightning in under 6 seconds.
Wow. Nice. Ah.
As all these boys just drop from the fucking lightning just arcing out. Which I forgot to do up Adel's turn. Miralith is hurt. He's gonna pass by and do some form of mending to where you can see her body starts to actually close over from the wound that was inflicted. And then he's going to very quickly move into position on this boy and hold the door.
Oh my god. He's aggressive.
Telrath.
I just went. I mean,
Oh yeah, duh. Sorry.
Miralith. I have else I can do.
Turn 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Miralith made her attacks. Unfortunately, Total Girl won't be able to evade the first one. Yeah, with Miralith kind of like slammed up against the wall from Toragar's first main attacks, she just can't seem to get a grip on this boy. But you can see that her hands are emanating various forms of arcane energy between electric, fire. It's almost like seeing somebody cast a chromatic orb on their hands.
Just trying to slap a bitch.
Berenimir.
I will look through this doorway and cast Hold Monster on the Minotaur man.
Alrighty. Oof. he fails magnificently. In the midst of his rage, he just goes and stops moving.
Oh no.
Oh,
It's
fucked.
Iron Stride's turn soon. Oh no, I pray for him.
I will put this leap
Not
marker on
wanting to
him.
risk anything. I'll just stay where I am.
I pray for you, my
I'll give
brother.
inspiration to Adel Grunstein.
Very nice.
Why does Mother still not have a title card?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mirrorless doesn't have an actual title. Not a
Yeah, she
Because
has
her
still
name's not
There we
actually,
go.
That's bad.
it's not actually her.
It's been a fake. It's been a goddamn doppelganger the whole time.
Oh no, it's Bill too.
Bill.
Come on. These
Do I have
boys.
line of sight of both these groups? Or some of them like...
For them, you have line of sight of both. It's the open deck up above.
Alright, I'm gonna throw my mace at these guys and get ready to blow. But right before I blow it up, I'm gonna use my bonus action to detonate my holy weapon.
Oh dear.
So basically, when you choose to end your holy weapon, it becomes a flashbang. So, don't know if we should even bother to save against the blindness, but yeah, it's 48 radiant damage in a 30-foot square,
Oof. You definitely.
and
get all
if
those
they
plus.
fail, they'll be blinded. Concentration check at 17.
Alrighty.
So they'll take off that if they save. If they don't save, they'll get blind. But I'm just gonna roll the other thing first, just in case they're dead anyway. I actually made a thing for that. Let's use that. Boom.
Oh my god. And what's your DC? Is it 13, 14?
Wow.
My DC for the weapon is 15. DC for the flashbang is my spell DC, so 17.
Alrighty.
I don't think I can crit on that though, because that isn't.
I mean, it rolled damage dice, so. Oh, but
No, it's a saving throw. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, just the first one.
Alrighty. So yeah, they definitely go right the fuck down. The other guys barely fucking alive because they dove out of the way just very shortly, but they look like they're about to kick the bucket.
Then I just nod.
Alrighty. Iron Stride.
Is Mirrorless still pinned up there, or is she, like, on the ground now because he got paralyzed?
Pretty much she just got dropped down, but she caught herself.
Okay. Take a step here, take a step here. And I reel up the biggest fucking knee slapper so I can break his goddamn knee and bring him down. Fucking bitch. I can impale my mom, you son of a bitch.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
The anger.
Fuck it. You can tell that definitely fucking... Oh, God.
Oh.
I got an 18 and a natural 20 anyway.
It was already a crit.
dead.
I just got my mother for the first time in my life!
Is he not dead?
Oh, look at that. Yeah, he's fucking dead as shit with that.
Okay, with that final punch, as I brought him down, one massive uppercut and just send him through the fucking wall. Nobody touches my mother.
Damn.
Thank you, darling.
Are you alright?
I'll be fine when the spell finishes. As you can see, the parts literally mending each other.
I look over at Dad.
You can tell he's full concentration. He actually has his blade out right now.
Yep. It's just like, son, you're a monster. Thank you.
You're a fucking diesel beast.
Not sure what else I can do here. Oh wait, yeah, these guys are down here, right?
Yeah, they're all down there. He interrupted the drinking party.
I action search.
Oh god!
And now... Bow. I've done this in a while. Come on, make the save, boys. I hit them all with a big clap.
While you're clapping them?
I send out a huge shockwave around my head. Yeah, I haven't really had the opportunity to do it in a while.
Well, actually, yeah, that's actually just gonna flat kill them all. Just crush them.
Very sound waves that could, you know, fucking caress from my hand just rips them to shreds.
Fucking crushed to death. Alrighty.
Mother and father just hear a scream and a big from the other room.
Bodies flying across the fucking... Oh god. So, Misky, your turn.
Fireball!
Oh god.
You said I couldn't blow it up. You didn't say I couldn't set anything on fire. Aw, they're just outside, motherfuckers. Oh well. Fireball! I like that it's echoing, I'm sorry.
Woo!
Fireball. Yes, yes. Smashed!
Oh god. Yeah, they can't even save against that.
We're literally stealing from commoners.
Oh, it hurts. I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna look at Carlisle and grin.
And I just punched a minotaur through a fucking wall.
That's our new wall, Iron Stride.
It was. It was a new wall.
I got
Now
a little bit angry, sorry.
No, it's a new window.
Yeah, actually, yeah. The disembodied voice in this case is right. It's a new window.
These poor people!
I'm surprised I'm running away.
Oh, they fucking miss horribly. Like, they fucking just... They're swinging for the hills, so they don't even get anywhere near both of these guys. Holy shit.
Do we manage to kill the captain accidentally yet? Or I assume he's probably cowering somewhere like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit.
Yeah, you know, definitely jumps down from the rigging right now.
Oh.
Oh my god, that is so tiny!
At this boy falls down from the fucking rigging.
He's adorable.
Into my shit, and then Misky
Oh
just
wow.
decks him.
His arms are thicker than his head.
Oh my god,
Hang on, I
what the
just
fuck?
need to move to invest. Oh my god.
Why is his head so tiny?
It's the ittiest of ittiest heads.
He's amazing!
He's gonna try to make some dramatic speech, and you're gonna be sitting there going, why are your head so
Oh, you can expect the Steve voice to be like, I kill you, bitches!
You just hear from behind the cloak. I can't resist fucking doing. How dare you try to steal my ship!
I imagine that's Misky's actual reaction. She goes prone and she starts laughing.
Well, the first one will hit you, Misky, for a with a 22.
Shield.
Yeah, so
Fuck him. He can't hit me, he's stupid looking.
and then the other one definitely fucking missed. And with that, he will fucking misty step back up into the rigging.
Hey!
30 feet up.
What the fuck? Mildy's totally gonna kill you.
Depends on how much you want to burn the rigging or fuck it up.
It's fine.
It's rigging. Alright.
No one cares.
So these boys, they're coming in hot to trot. Because why the fuck not? And with this one, Alright, Stride, you'll get to see your father's own blade go to town.
Oh,
Which in his reaction, he does attack those who have approached him.
oh my god.
he'll definitely fucking hit all 4 of the boys that actually got within range of him with the fucking... Clearly looks like a short sword, but it moves so fucking perfectly. Clearly has some form of enchant. But even just the reactionary of attacking everyone who's approached him.
Waiting for the samurai thing to happen where his blade moves and they just all stop moving and then they fall to pieces slowly.
Please tell me your dad speaks in broken Japanese. That would be the best thing ever.
My dad's
She wasn't.
Which you do see them all just drop.
Damn.
Flicks the blade and it's clean again. But you can actually hear a soft hum from the sword.
Oh my god, is it fucking vibrating?
Is a vibroblade.
Oh my god, that's so fucking cool.
What's that?
It's like, it's a Star Wars thing, mostly. It's basically just a sword that vibrates so fast it cuts super fucking hard.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, nerds.
Did you have bones? Because they're now made of gel as I've cut through them.
Damn.
Millie.
You muted, Millie.
Dude, this bitch just tried to slap you, Millie. Are you gonna take that?
You're Millie muted.
From the penis head
She's
guts?
AFK.
Maleficent.
Somehow all this feels wholly unnecessary. Honestly, I'm surprised these two actually came at us.
Always
brave.
defend our captain!
Okay, I cast Polymorph to turn the captain into a sparrow.
Look at his tiny head. He's clearly meant to be a sparrow.
Caw-caw. Wisdom saving throw, I assume?
Yeah, I don't remember. It is...
Isn't that this early?
God, this description is way too long. Yes, Wisdom saving throw, DC 19.
Alright. So, first you see the big, spooky fucking shadow elf.
What?
Turns into a bird.
And it's a tiny little sparrow. There we go. I suggest you leave.
What? What?
Look, no captain to defend.
Honor!
Yes!
No escape.
Slaughter them honorably.
It's the moment we've all been waiting for. Patriot.
Fucking. Oh my god, yeah, he's just. Fucking, as soon as you say that, like, they're looking back confused, he literally just jabs one in the fucking stomach, turns the other, and cuts the other one's throat and kicks him over.
Honor indeed. Wow.
Honor!
It was a perfect distraction! Good job, Milliran.
It wasn't... Whatever.
Reckon I would just hold her action, just looking shocked. Adel is going to quickly approach these boys with the vibroblade of the century. Fucking Christ. I think he's got 3 attacks. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, at least one of them hit, the other 2 were natural ones. It's the excitement. Oh, fucking Christ. Alrighty, so that Torathian.
The dude's still alive?
He miraculously ducked down and somehow blocked, but mostly slipped on some blood as the sword passed over it.
Well, I just walk out into the room and I'm just gonna shoot him. Die.
Just dead. Alright. And with that, well, unless anyone wants to do something about the bird, it will fly away.
I'm gonna go immediately take control of the ship and start taking it off, because even 6 seconds is probably too long.
I quickly check on Merger to make sure he's alright.
And you see Merger is already like disassembled part of the bad parts of the engine, is like recorrecting.
He's already fixed the entire engine.
Mid-escape, he's fixing the engine. What a man.
Yeah, he's like pulling off pipes that are like busted to shit and like making them almost brand new with the crystals and other pieces of his back.
Excellent work, Merger. Everything is dealt with back here.
Perfect. I'll get on repairing this old hunk of shit.
Excellent work. Alright. Go back and check on Mother.
With that, you can see that the spell finishes out and her body is fully mended. Clearly something that they've...
Well.
It's good to be back together. It's also good that somebody at least still knows how to do that mending trick for our bodies.
I am strangely confused as to why you can both use magic, but I cannot.
Nanomachines.
Nanomachines.
No, Adel kind of looks to you, which obviously, Amelia, I assume you hold the bird form. Or unless
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave him like that.
He will fly away.
Oh, Carla, you could have killed a bird.
Oh, I don't need the bird.
Why not?
Bird up!
A sparrow just escaped, bird captain.
Jorath goes and eats the bird.
It expands,
I'm not gonna go eat that.
expands in his stomach and kills him.
Ugh.
Where is the steering wheel?
On the top deck, the main helm. Alrighty, so.
There.
Thank you. Okay. With the steering wheel drawn into existence with a smiley face, we're now ready for takeoff.
Alrighty. So, you start steering to takeoff. You can see that a lot of panic is going on, especially with the fact that there's a dead fucking Minotaur on the dock.
Oh. Probably would have been a lot stealthier without the dead Minotaur.
I apologize.
Do you hear a loud
Wait,
bell ring?
on the dock?
He punched him
Oh,
through
yeah.
the wall.
I may have broken a wall punching a Minotaur.
That is so cool!
He impaled Mother. I was
That
not
is
having
less
it.
cool.
But you guys now make off with the Big Bertha.
I keep an eye out on the back just to make sure no one follows, and if they do, I'm ready to cause fucking chaos.
Oh, you definitely see a whole shitload of the fucking guards of the Sultanate and others much of Mirage City getting ready in militaristic fashion to chase you the fuck down.
Oh, yeah, if they get close, I will fly onto their ship, destroy the helm, and then just leave.
I mean, I can also just give you coins to just tap on their ship and really make them hate their lives since they can't move for 24 hours.
True, but if they can't steer, that's just as funny when they crash.
No, if they're literally sending more free ships towards us.
I mean, I guess.
Oh, your free ship is approaching me.
Alright.
What was that? Free real estate?
Well, that's definitely easy enough for you guys to do so. Iron Trade, you do see the few ships that they're running towards, but before they even get to the main helms, the other watch see you land, fucking just rip the helms out and chuck them to the side off the fucking edge. And you fucking do that to the 3 that were on post there. before heading back to the Big Bertha before it gets too much steam to start heading out.
Yep.
You guys are all easily enough able to start helping with the rigging, getting it all opened up, and catching as much elemental air as possible, and making your way off to the Elbreth.
I managed to stop their advance by ripping out their helms.
I thought it was pretty funny to watch.
I don't think they'll ships anytime soon.
Oh, well, there's another place we're banned from, but you know, I mean, hey, kind of sucked anyway.
Not somewhere I ever want to come back to, unless I'm here to liberate my people.
Yeah, we did good for like the 3 days we were here.
It was quite excellent. I assume we will reconvene with everyone else.
Yeah, that's the plan. We'll fix up the ship a little bit, and then we're gonna head towards some of those facilities, starting with the ocean one.
Millie, I may have created a hole in the lower deck.
And
I'm
Could
just
you
warning you
reflect
that
out
it is
the
breezy
window?
down there.
Where the wall was? Is that something you can do?
what do you want me to do, Brad?
In the lower deck, there's a hole.
Yeah,
Pretty
I
big.
got that much.
Can you do windows? Glass? If you can, you can just.
Possibility.
Anything's fine. We just want you to know that there is a hole.
Alrighty. So, easy to catch up with Raxiel. As he sees you approaching with the new ship, as he speaks over the comm bead. The Aurora!
Alright, yeah, good name choice, Raxiel. I like it already.
Aurora. Yes.
It's free real estate.
It really is.
Please no, Brad. It's an archaic form of bard speak.
Don't mind me.
Ooh, to the woo, motherfucker.
Ooh, to the woo. Oh, what is this?
So, as you are making off with your new barge beast with your, 16 cannon strong.
Yes.
Especially with keeping pace with the Elbreth merger, trying to repair the engine as best as possible compared to how old it is. It's definitely easy enough to get this old bird flying at full steam. And at this point, just move this over temporarily, so I'll get that map made up. But
We can
I'm
finish
back.
this 1 a.m.
I figured this would be a good spot to leave off on, as you are now plotting your course for the research facility lost under the waters, marked down by Judas Lucius.
Please, C12, we're coming, buddy. We're coming.
You're gonna wake up, buddy! But the only thing I will tack on, as you guys are plotting out your course and destination, when you're moving out with the Elbreth, you don't see an attack ship, but you see a very tiny ship. Looks almost the size of a skiff, maybe like a luxury skiff, a little bit larger. Completely blacked over in iron. Following behind you. Doesn't look like anything at all that would belong to the Sultanate due to the fact of its bland black coloring. But we'll leave off there, as you're not very sure who has decided to follow you.
Quick, Misky, kamikaze into it.
Play skiff jousting.
All right, actually, I'm already placing a fucking bet. I know who it is. It's fucking Ricky.
It's fucking Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky's like, you fucked me over back there. We're like, we did no such thing.
You
I
just
mean,
didn't
like-
hold up our end of a deal. I don't know how that's fucking
Oh,
you
didn't,
over.
didn't she get away on her own ship?
She
did.
stole a
Got her
boat
own ship.
and got
Why-
all her
why would
fam bam
she-
away.
Why would she
Wait.
show up on a little black unmarked skiff?
What if she sold her other boat and bought like a luxury skiff to like use as like stealthy transport?
No,
That's
she
possible, I
really
just doubt it.
wanted her crew back, I suppose.
I
Yeah.
feel like. No. Oh, who would it? I don't know.
It's
That's
it's
why I'm
Virik
like-
on a it's Virik and he's come to be like,
Oh,
hey,
it's
give me your
Virik.
son, Adel.
That's a lie. We all know he travelled by giant.
Lyric's coming and he has all 3 control rods for the 3 weapons.
Yeah, did we
No, no,
destroy
no, no, no.
Iron Stride's mom's control rod?
Yes.
Not
I don't
Lefazit. I
Yeah,
asked him
okay.
to find a way to maybe reverse the effect, if possible. So unless he just decided he couldn't do it and destroyed it, then
Alrighty.
Well, if you give it to your mother, then she controls herself.
William.
That she has
Yes.
unlimited power.
What was that?
She's too dangerous to be left alive.
she can't do
No.
that. Shoot her or something.
Agency?
Sir?
My Warforged. It's more likely
You
than
still
you think.
came up
but
for a
yeah.
rub.
Ironstride, I was looking around online and it says you might have a virus.
Virus.
Is it because I
What's-
downloaded that file linked in park.exe?
Yes, you shouldn't have downloaded those files, Ironstride. Now I need to
But
use them.
LimeWire was an excellent way for me to download songs.
Ironstride, I need to install Norton antivirus on you.
You should
I
have
prefer
used
to
Bard
be-
VPN.
Bard.
With Bard VPN, you can use scrying orbs to download your magical spells and incantations to inscribe on your robot golem all the time. It's safe, anonymous, and completely useful.
Telrath, where are you? I can't see you over all these pop-ups.
Bling 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 bling.
I'm right here. Please, Ironstride, you need to install antivirus.
I don't know what. Fucking blue
Oh,
screen.
no.
Oh, he crashed. I'm gonna go reboot him. Hold down the power button on the back of your neck.
You like climb up me to try and reach it.
I feel very bad for the crew of that ship. They were just like, oh man, it's a nice day. We have a
They were
good ship."
regular people having a party, and we fucking murked them.
They come down into the hold like, the anchors went up. What could have went wrong? And they're like, oh god, we're fucked.
I killed
Oh,
them
no.
with a clap. A clap.
You
You applauded
clapped
them.
back so hard.
Yeah, you're kind of fucking horrible.
Jeez.
Well, they should have stopped resisting when they saw the bird.
You clapped their cheeks.
I clapped their cheeks so
Goddamn.
hard. I just imagined the very pressure of the sound I emitted from my hands enough to just shred them. Battle they all
Clapped so
hit the
hard
wall
that
with
they
such
could
force they
instantly.
died.
Click this button to die instantly.
I haven't used the fucking thunderclap in a long time.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that entirely.
Let's get a DC
That's
13
awesome.
check, so most things we fight now can beat that easily.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's your
Who's
boy,
that?
It's our boy.
He's so
Bayless,
pretty.
the Pyroclast dragon.
Oh.
The
Yeah,
what?
Pyroclast dragon.
I thought you said pirate
Oh,
class
God.
dragon. I'm like, the dragon
Pirate
pirate.
dragon.
Don't we already have one of those?
Pirate class dragon. That's a regular dragon.
Yeah, exactly.
Considering a
Actually,
pirate
he's more of a
class
banker
float is
now.
terrifying.
I'm gonna go to sleep. I'll see all you guys later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Catch you, buddy.
Have a good one. But yeah.
Man, I can't wait for what happens tomorrow because I don't remember what